Hello and welcome back to all you wonderful Tubi Dicers. It's your boy Daddy Tarzan here with the wonderful crew of Tubi Dice Adventures. Another wonderful episode of Star Wars: Edge of the Empire. Let me put this little stress music on the back burner for the moment. Welcome to appreciate you guys' patience with us taking a week off because your boy had to go to a wedding and look dapper. And it was great, good time. We had a blast, but it's time to get back to the adventure at hand, which a lot of things have happened. A lot of ambitious endeavors were taken. We're about to see the culmination of everyone's efforts fulfilled today. That being said, we are joined by the Core Atlas crew, as well as the Grisar Gandhi Safari Services, in the concerted effort to try and recover the survivors of the Sa Nala Or, a separatist organization that fled during the end of the Separatist War, or the Clone Wars, I should say. Things were said. I can't wait to see how everything plays out. I've already ran some rolls behind the scenes last week after I started thinking about everything that was said. I was okay. We gotta do some rolls for the survivors, rolls for Captain Harsal, and we're gonna see the results of those rolls. I said results twice in a row. That's weird. Results of those rolls here tonight. That being said, let's go ahead and get a cast introduction, starting with Archie, the wonderful 7-foot-tall Wookiee.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Jay. You can find me on TikTok as at JasonV131, and like always, I am playing Archie, your lovable 7 foot to nearly 7.5 foot tall Wookiee marauder, and is here to, just be the tank of the group.
And that you were. Took on a whole squad, or a whole pack of fucking Aldex and an Alpha. Managed to
1 versus 11, and the 1 won.
That was impressive. Up next, we have Dar Kellen, the pilot of Grisar Gandhi's Safari Services.
Hey everyone, I'm Eric. I'm playing Dark Helen, scoundrel, rogue, mischief maker, maybe more trouble than I'm worth to the crew. But I am the only pilot right now, so I am needed. We'll see how this goes down. I'm excited.
Very much a troublemaker indeed. Loves to incite it, and I love to see it because it's definitely making for a very compelling story. Finally, to round us off for the cast tonight, our resident Core Atlas crew member, Rawl.
Hello there. It is I. I'm Oz. I play Rawl tonight, our resident jack of all trades, master of one, blowing things up. And today is going to be a lot of social encounters that he's just not ready for. He's not a social guy. Okay, he likes blowing things. He's good at blowing things up. That's it. Getting the task done and going home. That is it. So yeah, trying to convince people to get off their broken donkey and get on the ship and go to safety is going to be interesting. So yeah, I'm excited.
It definitely is. Normally we would have Circuit with us, who plays Minoy, our droid tech. They are not feeling well, but they said they will be tuning in to the stream, so I might have them roll some skill checks behind the scenes, and I'll role play them as best as I can. And as well as their droid companion, Scuttle, a B1 battle droid, who is, much to my detriment, a pain in my ass.
The golden boy.
He is with us finally.
Definitely made him way too powerful for this group.
you made a BD1 battle droid, a field medic, and a sharpshooter.
If Scuttle isn't already made of gold, Raw is gonna try to figure out how to make him gold plated. It's gonna happen.
Pretty sure you could chrome him.
Yeah.
That being said, a quick cover of what the party's been up to. They arrived on Cholgana and managed to discover the wreckage of the engine section or the aft section of the Sadnal ore, follow the debris trail to the main hull that was half buried in the bank of the river. Scoured it for a little bit, only to be attacked by a pack of cybernetically enhanced Nexu. I tried my damnedest to try and drag one of them off, but they managed to fight them off effortlessly. But they, upon exiting the Sanalor, were approached by the Yayar clan, who is attempting to try and reclaim this wreckage as their own and scare off the crew by any means necessary. In the efforts of doing so, they severely injured Grisard Gandhi, minorly injured several others, but a lot of them took some heavy losses, only to be stopped by the survivors approaching with B-1 battle droids with missile tubes, and Revos, a giant lizard with a prolonged, an extendable neck, basically like a large iguana that can shoot water jets, like a Pokemon. Upon discovery of the survivors, they were brought back to the retreat, a stronghold that the survivors had built into the cliff face to hide themselves, and used this natural canopy above the Sanalor as a means to disguise the wreckage of the Sanalor from above to evade Imperial detection. They've lived on this planet for 20 years and have done so by being extremely secretive, and the presence of this crew is definitely putting the leader of the survivors, Captain Harsel, on edge, with two crew members arriving almost simultaneously. It's definitely a scary situation for the survivors, especially since one of the members of the crew is suggesting joining the Empire. A group of survivors that fled the Empire because they were going to be executed. At least they believe so. Where the rest of this adventure goes, they managed to get into the wreckage of the Sadnal ore, down to the lower levels, recovering successfully Dr. Krutala's research material, making a copy of that efficiently. Well done. Recovered medical supplies within the medical section of the ship, and on top of that, fend off a massive pack of Elbex that were alerted to their presence with all the movement that was going on, as well as the Alpha. It was a 11-on-1 situation, and Archie managed to come out relatively unscathed, surprisingly enough. He took a couple bites and some critical injuries, but not all the same, was able to survive the encounter. After escorting the recovery team back to the surface to allow them to return to the retreat safely with the supplies in hand, Grisard Gandhi's safari crew, as well as Rawl and Dr. Krutala, made their way down to the lower levels to try and locate Minoy, who made a very alarming call out.
Made a choice.
Alarming call out after she left the safety of the retreat by herself without Scuttle in tow to protect her. Made it to the lower sections of the ship that was not easily accessible due to it being buried under the earth and partially submerged in the river. Located the reactor core and revitalized it using a fusion lantern, depleting that fusion lantern in the process, but restoring the reactor all the same. with her experimentation, she's been trying to reactivate the hulls or bypass the ship's safety features that are in place to test fire the external thrusters to get it to either rotate or some sort of movement to help her easily escape or get to the lower sections where the vault is rumored to be stored, or actually not rumored, but because Rawl has a map directly leading him to the vault. But yeah, with this, she doesn't know that, but she's trying to escape. Everything all at once. It's a chaotic situation all around. But I'm excited to find out what is going to happen with all these endeavors finally unfolding. Where that is going to take us is to be diced. Stay tuned. We return to the scene of the crew. Archie, Rawl, and Dr. Kurtala making their way down to the lower section. Grisard, Gandhi, Darkellen, and Scuttle alerting the others that they had arrived on scene to assist with the rescue of Minoy. Had found where Minoy had entered and descended to the same route. Rawl and Archie, you guys enter the turbo lift with Dr. Kurtala in tow and begin your descent. It's a very tense situation knowing that two members who are very vulnerable in this point are out and about. One of them completely alone. The other one pretty fucking injured. Well, he's recovered mostly from at this point, but he's still compromised. Go ahead, Rawl.
I would like, while we're in the lift, I want to stand behind Dr. Kurtala and see if I can subtly check the map.
Okay. Since we're going to go ahead and get right into rolls, let's go ahead and roll our luck points for the day. So if we will, everybody go ahead and select that D20 up there. And let's get to rolling.
Why do the Force die hate me so?
Oh, man.
I believe.
You know, it wouldn't be.
Yes!
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay, so half and half. Alrighty.
Minoy, are you
So glad. Oh my god.
Minoy, are you able to get into the table from, or you're watching on your phone? I'll roll for your character. It's fine. Or actually, I'll pass the dice to somebody to roll for her.
I'll crack it.
Let's say you gotta redeem yourself now.
All
Yay!
right.
There we go.
Oh, hell yeah!
Talking about.
Okay.
So, okay, here's our. There we go.
There we go.
I wish you could make this bigger.
Wait, no, you got.
Yeah, we got four light side and 2 dark side.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
There you All right.
Yeah. This isn't 2 weeks ago, okay?
We're looking good. We're looking good.
Where it
When
was-
it was like 5 dark side, it was so bad.
Seeing through a glass darkly, like, geez.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'll
That being said, we got our luck points out of the way. You are trying to pull up the schematics of the Sadnala ore without drawing attention. This is going to be a skullduggery or stealth check. Let's do stealth.
give you stealth. I'll give you stealth.
This is going to be contested by whoever would like to try and perceive this.
I'm not even gonna fucking try. I got a little in deception. My guy ain't the most.
With the reactor core activated, I would. This is only one reactor core, so
Oh,
there's an occasional. Well, Dar,
well,
you're not.
Dar's not there. Yeah, Dar's not even there. So hey,
There's the occasional flicker of lighting in this turbo lift because it's not fully powered. It's got only one of its reactor cores available, so there's a fluctuation in power. I'm going to give her a boost because it does go dark occasionally in this
okay,
in this turbo lift.
very well. Oh my fuck! You know what? That's fine. That's fine. She can have that. If you don't bag that triumph for our team, though.
That's it's gonna be. Oh wait, that's only 2 successes still.
But it's a triumph. But if you can
Okay,
bag
2
the triumph,
successes.
I'll let it happen.
Let's see, 2 successes, 4 advantages. She only has 3 advantages. It still doesn't meet it to beat yours. I guess I'll let you guys have that triumph for the time being because you're gonna need it.
Very well.
Thanks.
Very well. That's not foreboding at all.
No, of course not.
Yeah, you managed to position yourself so that the whenever the lights do go out, that the hollow projection that you're viewing doesn't catch Dr. Krutala's attention, and you take manage to pull up the schematics. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, one, I want to see where we are in, like, right now in relation to this lift that we're in. 2, the vault, and 3, I guess that's it for now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it for now.
Give me a simple computers check. Is it computers?
God.
Let's see.
What should be? I'm on my data pad.
Is there navigation?
There's astrogation, which is not the same thing.
That doesn't apply. Yeah. Yeah. Computers check is fine.
Okay. Good thing I up my intelligence.
Simple is no difficulty. So. Okay.
Yeah.
2 successes, 3 advantages. Yes. Okay. So you managed to find both locations. You filter through the activate filters to try and isolate the most notable locations, or your position in relation of the vault while you're in the turbo lift. You spot yourself just on the north end, or the not north. What's the front side of the ship called again? Look,
The bow.
where's my?
The bow. Yeah.
Is it the bow? The bow of the ship. That is just below the bridge itself. You are ascending about 30 levels, and you also filter through to the. You also filter the power or the reactor cores to try and isolate where Manoa is in relation to you. She's just towards the aft, just on the left or the starboard side. Left to starboard. Yep, left to starboard.
Would I note that though? I knew where Archie was, but I didn't know where Manoy was.
Well, you're cycling through the different filters of your chart or your map. You can isolate how to where the engine sections are, or in this case, the power, the reactor cores that's powering the ship. So, and yeah, you would be able to see that there's one active reactor on this ship, but just 2 levels above the aft, or is it the keel, I should say? The bottom of the ship. Bottom of the ship is called the keel. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 levels above the keel, where the reactor cores are held, you see what appears to be a large storage room that could be easily interpreted as the vault.
Does it span the entire bottom of the ship, or is it just at the aft?
It's towards the aft,
Okay.
just above where Minoy is reasonably located. This vault, however, is massive in scale. Again,
Okay,
you're
it is. I keep forgetting how big this ship is.
this thing's damn near the size of a city. The further down you go, the mustier, the damper the air gets around you. And you finally reach the bottom of the lift, and the doors open up for you. And you guys exit. And you have 2 directions before you. First, and most notably, the ground beneath your feet, completely submerged about ankle deep in water. You can notice you'll notice a very obvious grade, or tilt, I should say, towards the port side. So your footing is going to be a little tricky in this area of the ship, as there's a noticeable buildup of algae in this stagnant water that's beneath your feet. But nothing too crazy. Towards the bow of the stem of the ship, you'll notice that it is caved in, because that is the impact point of where the ship landed into the in the muck. Towards the aft is the most obvious route that you can take, that will lead you back towards the reactor.
I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, which is take out the force pike and just basically tell Cortala and Roll what I did with the recovery team, which is just like single file, Cortala in the middle, Roll at the back, me in front, and basically just have this line where I'm just tapping with the force pike around where the algae is to make sure there's no
Cave-ins or whatnot.
Yeah, false floor.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily know this, but at this point, there's no way for you to fall because it is buried. This is the very bottom section of the ship. Oh, there's probably about a good 10 feet of drop because it's plating and whatnot. But
Archie doesn't know that.
Right,
Archie's just going by what he knew last time.
Yeah, I mean, trust the system that worked previously. What you'll notice immediately as you begin to lead the charge, the floor beneath is very uneven. You get a sense that this is the focal point of the impact, and the frame of the ship is very warped. And notably so due to being the point of origin for the crash. You lead the charge towards the hangar, and you'll spot as you emerge, you'll spot just as Grisard, Dar, and Scuttle are making their way towards the still active but crawling droid dropship that's noticeably out of place towards the point where Minoy had landed it to get to the reactor bay.
So
still running, but
do we see them
right?
now?
You can see them. Their backs are towards you at this moment.
Okay.
It's a bit of a run, but you can definitely get to them.
Okay. What Darwin Grisar here is it's sprint of a very loud.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Did you order a rug to go?
While Archie is Hail Marying his way over there, Rawl is going to lead into the good doctor and say, "All right, now, just keep going forward. We're going through an open area. I'm gonna keep my hand on the middle of your back, and just keep going forward. I'll watch our rear.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
The middle of your back, the middle, right? All right, just go, right? I'll be right behind you,
Give
okay?
me a charm check real quick.
All right, sure.
Oh,
I can
Jesus.
totally,
Average difficulty.
totally can do
What could
that.
go-
Yeah,
Jeez.
what could go wrong?
You're gonna get slapped across the face. just continue.
Oh!
Nah.
Never mind. Never mind.
We're gonna completely wipe out the opposition here.
This is gonna be. She's got to do her cool check to contest.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still win. You still win. Okay.
it's like that.
You see a like a confliction in her face for a moment, and she doesn't fully get your intentions, as she has appeared. She's been more than capable this whole time, and now all of a sudden the floor is too unstable, and you have to be touching her. So she's like, she gives you this quizzical look, but doesn't fight it, and continues forward with your hand on her back.
He'll like remain at arm's length, and he'll just be facing the other direction, and he'll draw his vibro axe and just keep it low to the ground as he's just scanning the entire environment as they're proceeding forward.
Dar, Scuttle, and Grizard, the three of you hear this thunderous cacophony of heavy footfalls charging towards you. Grizard immediately spins around with the his Dragon Reaper drawn.
Not again.
Only to be face to face with this, or face to chest, I should say, with this.
Yeah. With a very, very angry Archie.
Yeah, buddy.
Oi, mate! Oi! All right. What's the rush for, mate? What's going on?
It just pokes him like the bridge of his nose, essentially.
Fuck off, mate! What are you doing?
You are meant to be in bed rest.
Hey, what's the fuss, mate? I'm feeling right in spring.
Just grab him by the shoulder, just pick him up so we're face to face, essentially. Bed rest.
Oh, I'm already here, mate, and you squeezing me isn't making the season any easier.
Calm down.
Hey, yeah, easy, man, easy. I mean, if the boss man says he's good, the boss man says he's good. Leave it at that.
Just growl Dar.
It's good to see you too, Archie. I mean, what's it been? Like a couple hours? Feels like been days. I missed you.
To be fair, Archie is like covered in bite marks and scorch marks. Like he's not in the mood right now to deal with Dar. But looks at Scuttle and goes, "And you," just like pointing at Scuttle in that moment. You.
Oh no.
Scuttle just looks at you, just stoic, but yeah, he lets out the "oh no."
If a droid could show any amount of fear as a human reaction, I think that's pretty accurate. But it's just like the three of you.
All right, don't get yourself worked up. You look like you took a beating for yourself as well.
It's like the eyes twitching in this moment because it's just like injured boss, the pilot, and the person who's meant to be looking after the person that's causing a trouble are all here. The three people that Archie really does not want to be here right now.
At this time, I'm gonna have Minoy make another mechanics check as you guys are engaged in this social encounter. This is gonna be another hard. Actually, she's been at it for quite some time. I'm gonna make this an average difficulty this time.
Yeah, I feel like she's
Um,
got. I feel like she's at least intuitively understood the system somewhat. At least.
Oh, this was a computers check, not a mechanics check. That's right.
Yeah.
So average, not as hard this time. I'm gonna have. Who would like to roll for her?
I'll give it a whirl.
Okay, I'll pass the dice to you there, Rawl. Give me 1 second. There you go.
Boop. So I just click
Wanna-
roll as okay.
Yeah, roll as Minoy.
Well, let's see
Oh.
how we do.
Hang on. Pass dice,
There we go.
but it still says roll as raw. That's weird. Okay. Okay, that's cool. The dice
Okay.
were passed was what mattered. So
Huh.
Ooh, a threat. Oh, there's nothing too dangerous. We'll say that the terminal that she's working on begins to spark, but you guys at this time hear the hull itself begin to
Oh no.
vibrate.
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Boss man, I'm no genius when it comes to spaceships, but I feel like something's turned on the power.
Yeah, I think that's local droid tech working out magic.
No shit, Gundark.
As he says that, you guys begin to feel the ground beneath your feet begin to shift even more towards deeper on the port side. I'm going to need a.
That force pike gets I try to jam it in the ground because I'm throwing a Grizard and I'm basically just gonna try and pee.
Okay.
To
For
stop
ye-
it from falling.
For you, Archie, I'm going to need an athletics check. This is going to be average difficulty for everybody.
Okay.
Zero failures, 1 threat. Okay, you managed to catch. You managed to impale this force spike into the ground as the ship begins to shift, and you guys watch as the vehicles around you, including the still active droid dropship, begins to slide and slam into the port side. What's the bulwark?
Bulkhead.
Bulkhead. There we go. Portside bulkhead with thunderous crashes. Many of these ships and vehicles just piling on top of each other. One of the ships blowing up in the process, and we still need a. What are we going to do? This is for the rest of you. You can do either athletics to try and force yourself into place by way of a weapon, or an acrobatic or an agility-based skill. Let's see, coordination. There we go. Coordination to try and keep yourself in place.
I would think that, seeing as how he's been watching the environment, as soon as he felt the shift, Raw would have turned immediately around and grabbed Dr. Kurtala by around the waist and dug the Katorsis vibroaxe into the deck.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics for you, Rawl.
I'm there just to try and catch Grizard, just
Yep.
because I'm basically a foot in front of him.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about rolling for Grizard because you caught him for sure.
Yeah.
Starting to look at the stuff shifting. I'm going to try to situate my footing. I'm going to roll coordination.
All right, sounds good. Okay, all of you managed to succeed the check. yeah, you guys, Dar, you watch as a ship begins to slide towards you, and you roll out of the way and find stable enough footing to keep you in your position. The Rawl and Archie, you catch your respective members.
I hate to do this, but someone needs to roll for Scuttle.
Oh shit, that's right.
All right, I haven't rolled yet. I got this.
Scuttle's got his own dice
Where's
pool.
Scuttle
We'll
here?
see how he does.
I'll pass the dice to you.
Amazing.
This is gonna be he doesn't have any weapons that he can use.
No,
per
but
se.
he is like a hunk of metal, so he can like try and scrape his feet into the bulkhead.
Yeah,
So he can attempt to do that.
I'm gonna pass Scuttle's coordination to you, Dar.
Yep.
If I can find you.
Oh,
There you are. Luckily for Scuttle, he's a very coordinated individual, so we'll see.
I mean, the battle droid's no joke. End of because of just their like awareness type deal.
There are no
Huh.
supporting columns in this area, correct?
This is a wide open hangar
Yeah.
bay. Yeah.
If it's a hangar, then it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are dodging fucking ships right now,
Yep.
speeders, droids.
All the fucking shit we could have used to like easily get out of here once we're done. Oh, fucking shit.
Sorry, did you pass a character sheet to me, or what's the deal?
The dice. If you go to your dice tray, you'll see Scuttle's.
It should be like right
Coordination.
above this area.
For some reason, I'm not. All right, sorry. Point it out to me one more time on the stream so I can see it.
Sure. It should be right above here. There's another line that appears, and then there's a little button that says add dice. And you'll come down here, and then you'll roll.
All I see is add all, personally.
Yeah, add all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah.
And then just click roll. Yep.
Golden Child strikes again.
Indeed. It's just sad he didn't roll a triumph.
He did good. He did good.
No golds, no proficiencies, just abilities.
That's fair. That's fair.
So-
Yeah, you watch. You guys watch Scuttle's breakneck reaction speed as he processes the most advantageous position to find himself to remain in place. He kind of rolls up like a droidica or a destroyer droid, and just fucking dodges out of the way of a speeder, and repositions himself on the far side towards the bulkhead of where the reactor core section is, and is just unfolds and looks at you guys, waiting for your guys' approach. But as this happens, you guys watch
Actually-
as the starboard bulkhead opens up, and you are immediately blinded by exterior lighting as you can see the sun once again from down below. And you get a sense that Minoy was trying to find a way to escape, and she managed to create one.
For flavor, as the last of the speeders slides by and Rawl and the doctor roll out of the way, he'll kind of have her like almost nose to nose, just holding her tight as they're just kind of hanging there. And, and he's like, he'll look at her for a second. That's twice now.
All right. She just goes red in the face and just looks away.
I think Archie is just like, he turns slightly hearing that and just like sees the two of them and just goes,
Let them have that moment, Mike. Just let them have it.
Sorry, did I miss something?
You know what? That's on brand.
yeah. like Gryzon, like Archie just looks at the Gryzon and just like situates him back up. Gets
All
himself
right.
fully sorted and just goes, I am going to ground that goddamn droid tech and just holsters the force pike.
All right, Archie. We need to work on your anger. Remember, center yourself, mate. Center.
A
I'm
soft
gonna ground
rug
that droid.
is
I'm
the
gonna ground
best
the droid
rug.
tech.
Gryzard is Archie's Jedi master.
As soon as it was calming down, as soon as Darth says that, he then just immediately starts storming towards the reactor.
All right. All right. Before we get ourselves into any more trouble, let's go recover our local droid tech. Get the fuck out of here.
Murder! Screaming that down the hallway.
How big of
Archie!
a
Just immediate disappointment.
Yes.
disappointed dad
Calm,
voice? Yeah.
Easy. Cut. No. Okay.
I fucking love Rezard.
How much of a degree is the slope now?
This is a hard slope. I would say about 28, maybe 35 degree slope. This is
Okay.
steep, very steep.
Rawl is gonna motion to his backpack. Boy, doctor, can you get my rope, my climbing gear out of there, and so we can all link together and proceed forward, just in case this ship tries to go, directly vertical.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. And she'll reach over, kind of getting in close. You can feel her breath on your neck as she's pulling open your pack, grabbing the supplies. There's a very, very obvious moment of tension and awkwardness with
Careful,
this close
doctor.
proximity.
Wash those hands.
I will have you know, I'm an expert in the field of cybernetic augmentation. I have the steadiest of hands.
Of that, I have no doubt.
She
Low
grabs
key,
the supplies.
Dars is a little jealous here.
Oh
Uh, what-
God.
With the supplies retrieved, you have your rope and climbing gear in hand by way of Kratala. What would you like to do?
He's going to secure a little length of rope around his waist, do the same around the doctor, and then offer the last of it to Archie.
I'm gonna take that a step further. Pull out, because I'd imagine we'd be able to gather at least some basic supplies before heading out to get rope and stuff from the survivors, at least.
Well,
Wait,
Rawl always has his climbing gear on him. It's like
Oh.
I would say like 50,
Yeah.
50
Yeah,
foot
in that
length of
case, yeah,
rope.
it's like wrapping. Yeah, he wraps the rope around him, ties it in a knot, wraps it around Gryzard, so it's like a separate length. So, like, off chance, and then looks at Dar and just goes. just like hands the rest over. So it's.
Appreciate it, man.
Sure. Why
I
not?
love this dynamic.
I will say, I will pull out the force pike again as a kind of like rod, essentially. If it does start going vertical, that thing is going immediately into the bulkhead.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to give you guys a boost for that, but you guys have been rolling good so far as is. But going forward, any more
Also,
checks?
I'm gonna
You have a boost for that.
pull command, and so everyone gets a boost die on their discipline checks for the next 24
Ooh.
hours.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, very nice.
Very well. Don't know
Um,
when I'll use that, but okay.
all right.
It-
So-
it- just in case.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does the droid dropship, does it actually have a spot for like a cockpit for a pilot? Or is it completely its own system?
It does, but give me a mechanics check as you look it over from this distance. I'll give you a boost die with your knowledge of how of ships. But give me an average mechanics check. 2
Nope.
advantages. Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
well.
you beat the difficulty, but it was still not a success. I'll give you this. You get a good, as you look it over, you get a good sense that when you first saw it, it was barely operational. You get a sense that after this, after slamming into the port side bulkhead, it's probably not operational at all, in the slightest at this point.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially with all the ships that's piled up on top of it. But yeah, you guys link up and begin traversing towards the corridor carefully. Everybody go ahead and give me one more your choice, coordination or athletics, to try and navigate to this corridor from the middle of the.
With a boost die now?
Yes. Boost die for weapons if you're using it.
Yeah, because I'm using
Weapons.
the
I'll give you another boost die because you guys are tethered together to keep in place.
Raw's going to be bringing up the rear, bracing his legs as he walks, so he'll be the anchor for everybody.
Yeah, I also
the
love the fact that both
difficulty-
that Archie and Roll both have 5 brawls, so both of us are like the strongest points, just keeping
Yeah.
everyone safe.
This is going to be fairly easy for everybody, I would assume. But Kratala is going to do coordination.
Dang!
Actually, she's pretty strong. I'll give her athletics.
How?
Those boost die did jack shit.
Dar.
Bull.
It's a good
God.
thing you're tied to.
Yeah!
I know.
Oh, man.
Like, Doc, just seeing what Dar rolled, like, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, that could have a Dar ship sandwich on the
course.
bulkhead.
Well, you were attached to us, so if anything, you would have just gone sailing past Roll, and Roll would have easily grabbed you with the rope.
Jesus, Dar. Yeah.
It was not great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
Dar-
looking at what Dar rolled is like, fuck.
Everybody else succeeded. Dar, yeah, you yeah, you slide. And there's a moment of panic as you're in free fall for a second. And then all of a sudden your line goes taut. As everybody else looks down at you. The slack between Kratala and Archie.
You're right
keeping
there,
you-
Twinkle Toes.
Yeah. Surprisingly
Oh, I'm
enough,
sorry.
Kratala and Archie are keeping you in place, and she's just looking at you like,
I'm sorry, pilot. I thought you liked ships, and then I just keep going.
Oh, normally I do, big man, but thanks for the save there,
I'm sorry.
Raul.
I'm mistaken. You like the smaller variety.
Oh, man.
Judging by my size, do you?
Always.
you guys are wild.
Ugh,
I like it.
thanks, Raul. Man,
It's a true
Nice.
crew. If you're not ruining each other, then it's not a true crew.
absolutely.
I like it. You guys managed to success with the amount of successes you guys had. You guys managed to cross over with only minor with a minor hiccup, but you get to the corridor that leads to the reactor core. You're basically walking almost sideways at this point on the walls, basically practically. But yeah, you get to the first reactor core. You look to the starboard side as you see the doors wide open. You can see Minoy hanging onto the terminal for dear fucking life. She's pretty far up there.
How's it hanging? just say that.
Oh, good. I got the ship to turn.
Yeah.
Was I able to get the starboard side open? Is it
Uh-huh.
accessible?
Oh,
Well, that's good.
it's accessible, all right. Yeah, it's quite in the open now. Thanks for that.
More
Well, that's
accessible
good.
if we had some sort of speeder or something. But yeah, that's doable.
What happened to the droid dropship that I was able to get started?
Oh, that.
Just held my hand
Right.
like, wall ship.
Ship what
Oh,
ships?
so that was the explosion I heard. Okay. Oops.
It's just this long, drawn out growl.
Can you help me? Can you help me down?
Just like, go up.
So,
And just like
yeah, you go-
just grab
You
her
go
and put her on
climbing
my
up.
shoulder.
Well, yeah, this is like a good 20, 30 foot climb. You managed to do it pretty effortlessly with your force pike in hand, and yeah, you get up
Yeah.
to. You had to disconnect from the rope in order to do it without pulling
Mhm.
everybody else with you. But yeah, you get to Minoy.
which is fine. Seeing how Cortala caught Dar's weight, I'm fully confident in just like her.
Well, there's nowhere to
strength.
go at once you guys were in the corridor. You guys had solid footing at that point. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that-
just grab Minoy's like, you can let go now.
Are you sure? We're kind of high up.
Just let go.
And she lets go and falls into your shoulder.
Is
You're
there
Off
grounded.
Manoy, the other end of the rope.
It's just like, oh, that's what I say is I put her down for her to get tied up on the rope. You're grounded.
Not yet.
Well,
We need to get off the ship, and then we can get grounded. We're currently undergrounded.
well, I did good, right? And Dryzard just looks at her. Yeah, mate, you did good. You got us a way out. I mean, granted, you had a way out with the turbo lifts when you got the power going, but at least now the lower section is a little more accessible, mate. All done. Good.
When I did my general filter check in the lift, was I able to see if there was an anti-gravity machine?
That only works in space.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
There's no way to activate repulsor tech inside the ship, but
That's okay.
that was a fair thought, and I'll give you credit for that. But yeah, no, that only works in space. Yeah. That being said, the fact that the vault is now accessible to you is very much so burning in the back of your mind.
Mhm,
Wait.
mhm, mhm.
But what's on everybody's mind? Dryzard is very keen about getting out of this at this point. Now that Minoy is safe, Scuttle
Well-
is in. What's the word? Could care less. Either way.
Here's a question. When he sees Minoy, does Scuttle go by his previous directive, which is inform me that Minoy went
That's a good
missing?
point. That's a good point.
Just-
That's a good point. Yeah, Scuttle just turns to the rest of you, points at Minoy.
Minoy is safe now. She. Good job.
I just slowly turn and look at Minoy. No
Good job,
escorts, no droid. And you turned off your fucking comlink.
Oh, I heard a noise and I had to be careful. You guys taught me that. Noise draws attention.
I am trying so hard to be equally proud as I am angry.
Well, I'd say that this was overall a success. Well done, everybody. Shall we get the fuck out of here? I'd rather not be stuck down here for much longer, and we have a hell of a climb ahead of us.
Well,
Yes, we
Archie,
do.
get back down here. We can link back up on the rope and just follow the bulkhead Oh, it's the top.
Yep. Except this time, if we're going in reverse, you in front. I'll keep my weight on the way of make sure no one's gonna fall.
All right.
Okay. All right. How much do you weigh?
Quite a bit. Like I could be a good anchor point. Archie's like built full muscle, like a good 350-pound muscle. Like
Well,
he's
if everyone falls, yes. But if you fall, then you're just
You all are.
You know what?
You're all going down.
You know what? That's fair. I'll go in front. Well, either way, people are screwed if Archie like loses his footing. Because if he goes,
Well,
everyone's going.
If you're in front, at least we have time to brace.
That's true.
We
Okay,
can see you
what?
fall and
That's-
embrace.
that-
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's completely fair. So yeah,
So-
Archie will reattach himself. Just go in the front.
While we're all prepping, Raw's gonna glance over at the cacophony of ships over there. That's cacophony. No, that's sound. The plethora of ships that are piled up on each other. Is there like a speeder that might perchance be somewhat usable? Or something small. It doesn't have to be anything big, just enough to give us like an edge.
We're going to do 2 rolls. I'm going to
Okay.
need a luck roll from you, and then an average perception.
Luck roll.
So just roll a force die.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, why is there so many fucking
Fuck.
luck tokens? The fuck?
Confusion.
There we go. All
Either
right.
way, I rolled the dark side.
Okay. So unfortunately, well, we'll see. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. Perception. What's your inception? Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Aha.
I like this. You find a STAP, an STAAP,
Okay.
still intact, but the hull has damaged itself. It's a one-person vehicle. Definitely. I mean, you don't have any experience with droid vehicles, so you're not sure whether or not it's in good condition or serviceable or whatnot. But it appears to be available.
Is it within reach, or do I have to climb down to it?
Oh, you're gonna have to climb down. It's all the way at the. Actually, no. We'll say this one's mounted to the wall. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's held in position by a service station. It's currently hooked up to a bunch of fuel lines and power lines and whatnot. Probably was getting serviced during this point in time when it was in transition. But yeah, what would
Okay.
you like to do?
If I can reach it from where I am without having to do any rolls to get to it, gonna try and see if I can access the computer, so I can 1, detach it from the wall, and 2, put it in idle mode to just levitate. So that way, if I'm trying to create a way to give us a boost die, in the event that someone does fall. So like a bonus anchor point, if you will.
Well, you guys have about. I'm going to say about half a. It's probably going to be about a mile of climbing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is about a mile because
Yeah, we're gonna get
are
tired.
fucking wide.
Yeah, that extra anchor point as well as a way to hold if people fall, because that can easily be used to grab people.
Okay. I'll say this is interesting. Okay. All right. I mean, they are usable by organics, but They are more so built for droids.
I mean, even if we use Scully to quote unquote pilot it,
Does he have good piloting skills? Let's see. Holy fuck! Yes, he does. He can pilot.
apparently I am no longer the only pilot in the group.
Well,
Damn Skippy.
Well, he's good with planetary vehicles.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
a very distinct
Alright,
difference.
Feel a little
Fuck
better.
me. I mean, it's the same skill for space, but it's part of his proficiency as pilot.
So if
piloting
we can
planetary.
get Skull into that stab, it may provide extra support as well as a way to help us if someone does fall, because then he can actually shoot down and get them and come back up.
Okay. So. Okay, let me get rid of some of these NPCs because they're not even a factor right now. Yeah, you interface with the STAAP. You run a diagnostic on it. Go ahead and give me a hard computers check.
Okay.
Not impossible at
Oh.
this point.
What to say? Have you rolled a single success on our challenge die? 0 successes, 0 successes,
Doing
0 successes.
doing good so far. Doing good. Okay. Okay, I'll give you this. You do spot that there is a fluctuation in its power core or its fuel cell, I should say, indicating that the fuel cell itself is unstable, but is workable. That's going to accommodate the dark side Lux token that you rolled. So I will say, with that revelation, if you generate 3 threats at any point in time for the skill check with this STAAP, the fuel cell will explode and cause, yeah. Needless to say, yes, it's going to explode.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can use it.
So, with all the rope that we've used so far, I mean, I said it's 50 feet, but I mean, you can tell us how much it. I don't think it actually says how much is in the climbing gear. Where's my stuff? Armor, equipment, climbing gear.
I don't believe it says how much length of rope you can carry, but I would say at least 50 feet, the same as D&D.
Okay. So yeah, with how much rope we've used to tie each other together, how much is left?
The typical climbing, with typical climbing, it's about 10 feet of rope in between each person when you're tethered together. Why is it taking forever to load? Come on. At least 10 feet, I believe. I could be wrong, but we're gonna go with 10 feet. So you're probably at your max with how many people are tethered together.
In that case, we're always going to chop.
You could, I would say, you can reduce the tether to 5 feet between each person, but it's going to make climbing difficult for you guys.
Nope. Raw's going to chop the fuel lines from the wall that it was pumping into this thing. And whatever ropey looking constraints that he can find that was tying it to the wall, and chop that away and fashion it into a rope.
Fiber X, does that have? Well, I guess
I have
fuel.
Pitorsis, so
Fuel cells would probably be depleted by this point. So my concern is whether or not this would ignite any residual fuel fumes.
I see.
Cutting into fuel lines like that.
Well, I mean, it's
'Cause
been
it is a vibroblade.
20 Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
20 years though.
It probably would have been evaporated by this point, and
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. With that thought in mind, yeah, you get a sense that a lot of these lines, especially the fuel lines, are probably safe to cut through, especially with a cortosis lined. Oh, cortosis itself is not flammable, but um, the vibroax does produce energy,
Yeah.
which can cause ignition of fuel lines. But yeah, being that it's been 20 years, safe to cut through. You cut some lines, try to weave them together. Give me we got to do some kind of skill check to try and make this serviceable.
Sure.
Um,
Got mechanics and streetwise
it's a dexterity check of some kind or agility check. Let's go with
coordination.
Yeah, let's go with coordination to try and weave these cables together to try and create a serviceable rope of sorts.
Got it.
This is going to be a hard check because it is.
This is
Very-
agility. Is there a boost die from Grisard?
That's a good point. What does Grisard do? Give me a second. Let me pull up his skill trees here. Stalker. Quick strike. Wait, don't you have an ability for creating things?
Oh fuck, dude. Oh no.
Do you want
Not
to
the
cash
DM
that in right
remembering
now?
Well, it's a whole separate role entirely. It's a hard check that I have to do in order to utilize it.
Because yeah,
Pull
Grisard
it
doesn't
up.
have anything
Where is
for helping people create things. So I would say I would rely on your ability to create things.
Sapper. It's only once per session too. Damn it.
Now's the time, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, hard mechanics check.
I mean, Minoi has a way around mechanics, so she could probably give you a boost die in this particular regard when it comes to creating more rope with fuel cables.
I'll give you that. You can have a boost die with this check as well, with Minoi helping you out.
Okay.
She'll help you. She can help you strip down the wiring to make sure that you're not compromising it.
So it's a hard mechanics check.
Ooh!
Fucking Christ. I am going to cash in.
We have 2 triumphs. Do you want to use one right now?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, use it.
I'm also going to cash in an ability because why not?
Yeah, and don't forget to add your boost.
Yeah,
you got a boost from Minoi.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Are you ready, team?
This could go so many ways.
Plus the
triumph,
triumph,
which makes it 4 successes, 4 against.
Yeah.
Against. Oh,
Four
that still
failures
doesn't.
and four- Mhm.
That still doesn't succeed. You need one more triumph if you're going to do it. You have to use both triumphs.
It's not worth it. We can bank. We keep the one.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what. I was able to get into the computer. Can I put the what is it? What do you say it was?
The stat.
The stat? Can I put the stat? Can I stand on it and use one foot to brace myself and the other foot to climb with and have it follow up below me? So that way, in the event someone does fall, I can just put both feet onto the stat and brace and kind of.
So you have to pilot the stat in order for it to be able to move with you. You can't use it to climb.
Okay.
So you would have to pilot it. That being said, I'll because you have advantages still left over. I'll say you were able to create some fashion of a rope. 2 threats generated with a climb, and that rope is going to fail, but it's still serviceable for the time being. But let's go ahead and get you guys' plan on how you guys want to exit this.
I think Cortala in the dead center of the marching line because she is fairly like good with athletics, so she's a good middle point. Roll in the back because of the he's pretty good at bracing and being able to do it properly, and just Archie being the spearhead, just keeping everyone going essentially because I can hold a lot of weight. Not to mention I can activate Brace if I need to, because I've got 2 ranks in Brace for environmental circumstances, so it
That's
removes
fine. Okay.
two setbacks from things.
Okay.
Did you use a dark side point? Is that why you went to 3 again?
No, I didn't realize you. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'd
realize
use.
you upgraded ability.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
use the one for that role. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So Archie leading the charge. Are you still planning to use the staff as a means
Yeah.
to offset
Mhm.
Archie?
Yeah.
Okay. So that being said,
As well as activating the 2 ranks in Brace, so if any setbacks come up, it gets removed from the environmental circumstances because we are climbing up a bulkhead.
this is going to be. We're going to do 3 checks. This is we're going to do 3 checks just to get past this climbing section because I don't want to make it like a whole endeavor and whatnot.
Okay.
But you have to succeed at least 2 of the 3 checks to successfully climb out of this ship unscathed.
Okay.
That being said, this is going to be a hard difficulty.
Alright.
I will give you a boost because you are using a stab.
And we're all
I'll
tethered
give
by
you-
the rope, so with that.
I'll give you a boost for the rope,
Yep.
and I'm going to need you guys to pick who of the 3 people or who is going to perform these 3 checks before I announce what these checks are going to be.
I mean, I got a high in athletics, so if it's an athletics one, I kind of got that kind of
Yeah.
banked.
Okay.
Same.
So-
I think
Who's
got-
going-
Gryzard.
yeah,
Gryzard
who's
will
got
be our
pretty?
third.
Yeah, who's got pretty good coordination?
Unfortunately, not me.
I think
Okay.
coordination.
You just saw Scuttle have a pretty
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
coordination.
So I think Scuttle can handle the
What does
coordination.
Gryzard roll as?
Yeah, is it either or? To be honest.
Actually,
Both-
I'm going to
Gryzard-
tell you what I'm going to tell you because you guys are focusing on other skill checks. I'm going to need an athletics check, a piloting check because you are using the stat, and
Oh.
let's see. I got to look at these
I
other
mean,
skill
I
checks.
got fairly okay planetary piloting, but Scuttle has also got really good piloting in planetary. So I think any
Yeah.
of us can really have a crack at it.
Yeah, I only
Dar,
have
do
2
you have
die.
any planetary piloting expertise?
Not particularly.
So
I mean-
athletics, coordination, and piloting planetary are the 3 skills that we're going to be using for this.
So-
this
Okay.
skill.
Archie will probably be the athletics.
Mhm.
Coordination will be Scuttle.
Mhm.
No, I'll do coordination.
Okay.
Nope. 'Cause I only have 2 die. Never mind.
I think Gryzard could do coordination because he's pretty
Gryzard
good
could
at-
do coordination.
Yeah.
And then Scuttle will do piloting.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, okay. You guys arrange your positions. You get Scuttle on the stap. And Archie, you're leading the manual climb. And Gryzard is leading the coordination to try and keep your guys' footing. So he'll be doing call outs to where the best positions would be for the safest footing. Okay, cool. All right. Starting off, Archie, give me a hard athletics check.
Whew. Brace is activated if there's any setbacks, so hopefully. Okay,
No
so
setbacks.
that's 2 threats.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't let me down. This is the one time where I actually need you.
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck that one boost die, but oh yeah.
Holy shit!
The first third of the mile is knocked out effortlessly by Archie's lead. Next, let's get a coordination check from Grisard. Again, hard difficulty.
Does he get the 2 boot? Wait, he's not. Does he get 1 the boost from the rope at least?
Yeah, it's connected to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. You guys ready?
I
Oh,
believe
boy, here
he'd
we
be
go.
right behind you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Grisard is able to make the precise call outs to assure the footing for the team that's climbing manually. And finally, Scuttle with the piloting planetary, assisting with everybody's climb, making sure no one, everybody's slack is taut, or not taut, but like secure enough to where no one's going to get too worn out during this climb. This is going to be the last third of the mile. You guys have made 2/3 of the mile so far. This is the final push.
Otherwise, it's a long way down.
Would you guys like to cash in a luck token to upgrade one of his ability dice to a proficiency?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. That's going to give him an upgrade. Let's
I don't
see how he
want to
does.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, fuck!
Oh boy.
Now, hang on a minute. He's on the stat, right?
Yep.
He's not.
That's 4 failure. Or no, okay. He has 4 advantages. He didn't generate 4 fucking threats.
Threats. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't explode. So he's
Nope.
good. Otherwise, I would have begged and sacrificed a triumph and the rest of the light tokens to roll a vigilance just to see if it's about to explode.
Sweet jeez.
It's
Oh,
okay.
sweet Christmas.
Oh
You guys
man, means I
succeeded.
don't get to use my second character. Just kidding.
The
Just kidding.
requirement was to succeed at least 2 of the 3 checks.
Which we did.
The reason why Scuttle's check failed was because the fuel cell itself finally gave out and it began to descend. But Scuttle was able to, with the 4 advantages, to identify that this staff is giving out and managed to abandon it as it began its descent, but positioned it so that it wouldn't fall into any of you guys behind him. So you watch as he begins to his piloting becomes erratic, and he's trying to find a position where that is advantageous for him and safe for you guys. And he manages to offset himself to where he can jump off, get some footing, and let the staff fall and plummet into the about a 3/4 of a mile down back towards the port side bulkhead. And you guys hear that staff explode behind you guys.
Nice.
Man,
Solid.
I was low key hoping we get to keep that one.
Well, we can all have it the way we want.
Yeah.
With that, it does slow your descent a little bit, but you guys managed to ascend nonetheless. And you guys finally reach solid ground.
As Scuttle falls, or not falls, but is struggling to find footing, Raw will take off his utility belt and use it as like a little extra bit of like dangly rope so that he can hang on at the very end behind him so he can go.
Ooh. Yeah, no. yeah, he takes the assistance and to get to a favorable position to climb, and yeah, he manages to climb effortlessly because droids don't get fucking tired.
Oh yeah.
I will say, once we're on solid ground, Archie is just on his back, breathing. Just
Yeah, you guys. I'm telling you right now. You guys are fucking exhausted. This is gonna be. This is a hell of an endeavor. I'm gonna say it at least takes. We're gonna do a percentile here to see how not a percentile, a D4 to see how strenuous this was for you guys. You guys take 2 points of strain for this climb.
All right.
okay.
I'll take it. But while Rawl may be having the strain taken, he doesn't look that winded because he does
No.
climb like this all the time.
Yeah, it was an exhausting effort, but you guys
Yeah.
managed to clear it. No, not all the same.
I will say I'm going to use my second win to regain those 2 strain. Just so that I can have a little bit.
Here you guys are all fine and dandy. Dark Helen sitting there. Oh my god! This is why we have feeders.
You all right there, mate?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Sure.
Apologies, he's used to synthetic gravity instead of, getting his dandy hands dirty.
Yep.
As I said,
What
twinkle toes.
Yeah, my toes aren't twinkling enough, apparently.
You guys did great. Well done. All right. Okay. You guys have made it to the top. How are we feeling?
Winded.
Kind of peeved because now we have to figure out how to get back to the ground. And that wouldn't have happened if the ship didn't turn sideways.
Fucking hell, mate. That was a hell of a fucking climb. How status report? How's everybody looking?
Right. We're all in one piece here. Doctor, you all right?
I've been through worse. That was a struggle, nonetheless, but you all performed admirably.
All in a day's work.
So the people who escorted us to the ship, are they still around outside, or?
I'm glad you asked. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Do
All of
not
us?
tell me that they got crushed under the goddamn ship moving.
That would be kind of funny.
It
And
would be
sad,
funny.
because there would go our mounts back into camp.
No, not only that, it would be kind of bad because they're
Yeah.
dead.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it would look bad on us, wouldn't it? All right. 3 successes, 3 advantages.
Yeah, you look around. And you see a battalion of battle droids, a squad of 4 Revos, with Captain Harsal mounted on one of them,
Oh my.
40 survivors with blaster rifles in hand, all pointed at you.
I don't remember coming with that many people.
Dark Grizard, what the fuck happened? Like Archie just says that as he sees the overwhelming.
Rawl, while he may not look winded, he just sits down on the starboard bulkhead, just looks defeated. He's just like, oh, fucking A, man.
It's just like,
What
we
a
just
day.
did all this. We fought against the dogs of the jungle. We got out of there. We climbed tooth and nail for like a mile. And then we both. It's literally like Archie's got the exact same look on his face. Kind of cross-legged.
I just can't get a fucking break.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, between the 2 marauders, it's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
All of them, yeah. Guns trained on the lot of you. Captain Rel Harsal, speaking to Dr. Krutala. Get away from them. They're Imperial spies. As I fucking suspected.
Imperial spies.
Do
Really?
we look like Imperial spies?
For
I
one,
got
have you
with-
ever seen a Wookiee in anywhere near Imperial at all?
I don't give a fuck if a Wookiee looks like he works for the Empire. I got word from my men that one of you has been telling my people to join the Empire. That's evidence enough.
I slowly look at Dar.
So does
Don't look at
Grisar.
me.
Grisar,
Don't look at me.
oi, mate, did you fucking do this shit again?
This is...
No, I only
Before
inquired
this
after the
Archie
status.
just stands up and is now towering over Dar in this moment.
I want to be
Hey.
clear that Dar's probably still on his back, catching his
Yeah.
wind, so it's doubly high.
Did
Yeah,
you...
Dar holds up a hand.
All right, no fast fucking movement, mate. Wrong person. No quick fucking movements. You stay where the fuck you are.
Right, look here.
Tell
I don't know where you got your information from. Okay, but clearly it's wrong. We just got here not too long ago, and we're not.
Yeah, it's
here
rather
with you.
peculiar that you show up and now I have word or secrets being spread around my camp that people are being told to join the Empire.
How'd you know it was us and not the Rhodians?
Again, where did you get your information from? Was that
Uh,
who told you?
The Rhodians have been dealt with, but
Oh, all right.
Ah.
Well,
Ah.
and there's your Imperial problem. We're all good.
the word being spread around was a human, not a Rhodian, telling my people to fucking join the
Yeah.
Empire.
At this point, Archie just reaches down, grabs Dar, picks him up, puts him on his feet, and goes, "You better fix this, or I'm showing you exactly what happens when I get too angry and I start ripping off limbs." And I push him forward.
Grisar looking at the two of you. You did this shit back on Kashyyyk, mate. You gotta stop. You have to stop doing this, man.
He's just raising his hands at that point, going, "It's not my fault that the pilot keeps running his fucking mouth."
So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't have you all executed right here, right now. Because I have evidence enough to deal with you.
You still haven't presented said evidence. You just said someone told you.
My survivors, yes, the people I'm in charge of. I'm more inclined to believe them over a group of you that just showed up and started causing havoc in my fucking camp.
Now, let me ask you this. What would we gain from telling you of this to join the Empire? I mean, the
Maybe-
Empire has plenty of citizens already. Okay.
Maybe
They
you're
don't
looking for
need-
defectors to turn us over. Hmm?
What information do you have that can benefit the Empire? You've been here for 20 years.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Dr. Kurtal used to be enslaved to the Emperor.
The Empire built a fucking Death Star. Do you think they need one fucking cyberneticist? Cyberneticist? There we go.
You've aroused enough suspicion as is. I'm not taking any fucking chances. Dr. Kurtala at this point steps forward, interposing herself between your guys' group and Captain Harsal. Captain, these men have proven themselves to be reliable. They've saved me.
Twice now, might add.
Oh, you're not helping.
From what I've been told, the Wookiee, Archie, has managed to throw his life on the line in overwhelming odds and protected our recovery team for medical supplies. I mean, look at him. He's covered in bite marks. These, I believe them to be upstanding people. The human Daw, I have little to no interaction with, so I can't really attest to his motivations, but Rawl and Archie and I suppose Skryzod and Minoy are who they appear to be. You should at least hear what Daw has to say. Maybe it was some sort of prank. Don't know why he would say something like that as a prank, but hear them out, please, for me. Captain Harsal gives Dr. Kratala a very stern and calculating glare. Ooh, not that many. Fuck.
Hang on now. Oh, intimidating glare. Wait a minute. I have things for this. Is it this? No. It's Night Sister.
That's a roll.
Yeah. If you're about to roll something, I'm gonna suffer some strain to downgrade the difficulty.
You
Or
want him
upgrade,
to-
upgrade the difficulty when targeted. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I
upgrade makes it a
have-
daunting, or from a daunting to a formidable. So roll one more difficulty die.
I have 2 ranks in intimidating, so I'll suffer 2 strain. So up twice. So yeah.
Well, you can't go higher than formidable.
Okay. Well, then just one strain then. Okay.
He succeeds his discipline check.
Don't know how, but
Yeah. It was- We'll hold a trial. For now, you're all under arrest. You can think about
Not again.
how to present your case once we convene with the camp. And with that, the droids encircle you, presenting binders for all of you. 2 binders for Archie because he's too goddamn big.
It's just like interlinking binders.
Raw
And you-
still has his vibro axe in hand, and when one of the droids come up to him to put the manacles on him and probably try to take away the vibro axe, he just kind of holds up his hand. He disappears.
Oh, that means they've taken the knuckle duster as the vibro axe.
You guys are at this-
the 2 blasters and the bowcaster.
So actually, that's a good point.
You guys
I
are
have a
effectively
concealed
disarmed at this
holster.
time.
I have a concealed holster.
Mhm.
How does that help me?
The item will tell you if you get a boost die on perception or on, or if it gives a setback on perception checks or whatever.
Okay.
I just ate my own hair. Let me see what your holster does.
Find it again. Last
Add 1 setback to perception checks to discover the light blaster. Okay. So I'm gonna have the droids perform a perception check. This is gonna be average difficulty with a setback. as they look you guys over and collect your weapons.
Oh, they take the force pike I won. Shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, you motherfucker are able to keep your fucking hidden blaster for the time being.
Got him.
The vibro knife that Raw had picked up, it would have been in his boot. Can I roll stealth in order to see if I can keep that hidden?
Nope, that's a
Okay.
perception check. Which
As
I
much as
mean, I guess they
Archie
still
loved-
technically failed.
Yeah. As much as Archie loves his weapons, at no point does he actually need them. So,
Grant, this is the for the preliminary pat down.
Yeah.
You guys are brought back towards the retreat, brought to the holding cells, which is by the next two cages.
just my own perception roll here. Do we see the Rhodians strung up, or do we see them laying in body bags?
Oh no, they too are locked up in the cages by the Nexu.
Oh, lovely. I just look at Yayard. Just go, what happened? Did just sniveling cowardice get the better of you as they get put in a cell?
Grizard. The lot of you are all placed in separate cages. Well, not in separate cages because they don't have that many. You guys are placed as a group into separate cages from the Yayar clan.
I'm going to casually look to the Nexu cages. I want to say, just not to anyone in particular, hope this doesn't turn into dinner and a show.
The survivors are also going to do a secondary pat down.
God damn it! Oh!
Mm-hmm.
This was average.
An amazing performance that's now biting us all in the eye.
I know,
Wow.
it's just...
Something's wrong with the dice.
I was about to say, I don't think you rolled a single success, Daddy Taurus.
Yeah, that's two perception checks,
just-
and each one's a success. Dang.
I'm just rolling down through the history roll histories. It's, zero successes, zero successes.
You guys are dealing with minions. That's fine.
Yeah.
That being said, let's see. God damn it.
Well, he's also
We have
rolling
reached-
triumphs too. So
Yeah. We've reached a critical point or a critical juncture in this adventure at this point in time. You guys have your work cut out for you, as you are now suspected of being Imperial spies. This is going to consume the next 2 days of your stay here on Cholgana. So we're going to do a series of social checks to cover these next 2 days.
which that would put us at the deadline for what the captain had given us, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do, there we go. Let's see. Do I have yes, I do. Okay.
0, 0, 0.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you managed to hold on to your concealed weapons. So now, what we're going to do is figure out how you're going to plead your case. We can have a quick little role play moment while we're in the cells to discuss some people's behavior.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Archie has not stopped looking at Dar, and every now and then Dar will probably see Archie's hands like flex. just veil threats in that moment of just going.
Well, here's one of the critical moments in this whole social encounter. Dar, would you have revealed any of your past to your current crew?
No.
Yeah, I don't think there would have been any reason to.
Well, especially knowing how
What's
my
happening.
crew swings, I'm not sure they'd take my past so lightly.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
How long would you have been working with them? I'm not talking about Core Atlas. I'm talking about with Grisard and Archie and Minoy. Would you have revealed your past with them?
Rizard, maybe. Archie, definitely not, as we picked him up in Imperial prison. It depends on how much I would know about Raul to share my former service.
Raul, I would say you guys definitely didn't have any time to exchange that type of information.
No,
I'm more so referring to the Grisard Gandy Safari Services crew. If you would have shared any of that information of your past with anybody, Grisard, I would say that would be very understandable, as he's probably he's the ringleader, but it would be reasonable to assume that sharing your past with Archie would probably put a damper on your relationship. But
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay, so only Grisard would know about your guys' about your past. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. I guess the Rhodians didn't shoot first. Well done, Copper.
I just read that too.
Yeah. So, can you share? Oh, you can. Very cool. I didn't know you could do that from StreamYard.
Yeah, Matt does it all the time.
Nice.
Awesome.
That being said, yeah, Grisard gives you a very concerned look as to why you would do this with a bunch of people that are known to be Imperial fugitives. It's not. It doesn't seem very like he's very shocked. Like, this is something you've probably done once or twice before, and he hasn't really gave it much concern. He kind of does find it amusing or funny at times.
I think this is the one
I
time
might have
when
overstepped
Grisard-
my bounds a little this time.
Just a little bit.
But he doesn't say anything because he doesn't want to reveal. He doesn't want to risk your past. Reveal.
Yeah.
So
let's just say, I mean, we needed confirmation that none of them were working with the Imperials, and I think we got that confirmation pretty well.
Why?
So I think it's safe to say
just
that we can potentially bring up the possibility of working with the Alliance.
Not necessarily
rebels.
Have we gotten a confirmation? Because they could easily have just covered their own ass. I mean, they've been here for 20 years. They're already trustworthy people. So if there was a spy amongst them,
yeah.
I mean, sure, they would have sussed that out by now, mate. 20 years is hard to keep a cover going.
But when a witch hunt is renewed, so are the efforts to find the witch. That didn't make any sense.
That being said, mate, I got to be adamant about you not saying this type of shit around these people anymore. This is we got to find a way to appeal to them. Get us out.
That's understood, boss.
It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's funny, mate. Especially with their checkered past, but I think it's fair to say that our lives are on the line here.
Well, hopefully, with the information we've recovered, and with the promise of my help and possibly Minoy's help, restoring their natural defenses with the Nexu, we might be able to come to an arrangement.
Well, what happened to the plan of getting them off planet? I thought that was the original intention.
Well, that
Oh yeah,
was
Chad is in here with you guys too. That's right.
that was part of the ploy. Well, to
Well,
be honest,
might-
Grizard and crew, it's some of the things I might have said might have been okay. Let's be honest, they were trying to incite a way to get them to freely get off this planet without
mm,
the captain's
You-
oversight or captain's control.
right, I see.
Chav, Chav lets out a low chuckle as he's like, I'll hand it to you. That's a hell of a way to get to start an insurrection, but I don't think that's the route to go. But nonetheless, well done. How about we focus on getting them to like us and getting on our ship. God damn! How does Chav talks with a Boston accent? Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston. How do you do Boston again? Khaki.
Boston.
Yeah,
There you go.
keys.
I left my khakis. Yeah. Let's focus on getting them on our
Hot
side.
dog.
Yeah, hot dogs. But yeah, let's make them like us, not want to kill us.
Well, at the very
Alright.
least, I've been trying to garner that avenue myself with a good doctor here. Also, during these 2 days, does the doctor stop by?
This is before that.
Okay,
We're-
okay.
This is you guys are collaborating, trying to get a story going. Before we initiate this, the first check is going to be your guys' trial. The second check is going to be wrapping up what your guys to stay here on Cholgana.
Okay.
Well, so what outside information do we know that could help us? Did we hear something about the fact that there were potential Imperials headed this way? Is that something we knew about?
You wouldn't know about that, but Rawl and Chav would.
Okay.
There was very active pursuit of the location of the San Alor by members of the ISB. As well as the Yayar clan. So Rawl and Chav would be aware that there's at least two factions, one of which has made it to Cholgana, that were actively seeking out the San Alor. That's about the extent of your guys' knowledge, though.
Okay.
boy.
Plus the beacon that the IT droid had released to summon the captain, easily traceable in space. So
To an extent, you'd have to be patrolling in this sector to
correct.
be able to
So
pick it up.
if they were on their way and they were already above the planet, they were trying to find us. They already did. So the fact that they aren't here is a good sign.
So how exactly do we get out of the situation that someone put us in?
By leveraging our knowledge against their ignorance.
Maybe not leverage against, maybe stacking with. Let's face it, they've been here for 20 years. They want nothing more to return back to society, at the very least back to the separatists.
Well, as far as I'm aware, there is no separatist faction remaining, mate.
Oh, there's always something. People,
There's Imperial,
there's always unrest in the Empire.
but there's one thing that's sticking out to me, mate. They're extremely concerned about the Empire finding them. Do we have anything that could help move the process along, or at least give them concern about remaining here longer and to trust us.
Well, even if we were Imperial spies, which we're not, we do know that someone wants to move these people off world. And
Not someone.
well, you know
Our
what I mean.
employer. He did say, Chev. He looks at Chev. He did say to look for survivors. How would he know if there might be survivors 20 years in the future from when this crash happened?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's wishful thinking. Still fucking Grisar, give me Boston, bitch.
It's close intonation though. Is the
I
thing.
know, right? It's so close. You gotta separate somehow. Hey, look, yeah, I can't fathom whether or not he could, predict the future or anything. But I'd assume that he's betting on a whim and hoping that there was survivors. Because I mean, if there's a scientist with a plethora of knowledge of cybernetic enhancements, I too would be banking on, or at least hoping, that she'd still be alive and be able to supplement my inventory of cybernetic enhancements and give me the leading edge in that technology. So
my
that-
question to you then, good pilot. Did you run any background checks on him?
oh,
Is he an Imperial spy himself?
the Isotech and the Empire have a very mutual understanding of each other. He doesn't necessarily work for them exclusively, but as far as I'm aware, he supplies to everybody, to all sides. Granted, he more so deals in. It's sort of a front company. He also deals in black market cybernetics. So there's a public face and then there's a private face of Isotech, to be clear.
So in order to keep the black market wheels turning, he's had to grease a couple palms. Of course, I understand that. That's fine. But in order to keep face, you would have to give something of some sort.
I mean, if I was a president of a very lucrative enterprise, I would not be giving up my most beneficial cards, i.e. a cybernetic scientist on the run from the Empire that has the leading edge in technology when it comes to cybernetic enhancements. I'd rather keep that to myself.
Yeah, but everyone she's attached to, though.
I mean, I don't know whether or not he's interested in the survivors per se, but I'm sure he would want to get them to come over willingly, as opposed to, betraying their trust and selling off all the survivors to the Empire. You know what I'm saying? You want them to come over under good connotations.
Or maybe use the beating heart of the Doctor to keep her in line by threatening to turn them over.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that Rom is an altruist, but yeah, I mean, that could be a possibility.
Anyone
there
who lines their pockets with credits is an altruist.
Wasn't there a female that had come to deliver the IT droid to the hangar before we left the wheel?
That was Rom's sister, but she remained on the
Right.
the wheel.
So Raw turns to Chav again. Right. But Rom had a sister. What about her? Where's her
Yeah,
allegiance lies?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they it's a partnership arrangement between the two of them.
But is it a 50-50 partnership? Or does Rom pocket a little extra?
from my understanding, Rom and his sister share the holdings, but they also had had a percentage given to IT. He was their business advisor of sorts. So,
So that leaves a power vacuum.
hmm. Maybe. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. Wait, we're not in the jungle anymore. What the fuck am I listening to? We're
Honestly,
gonna turn jungle music off. And
Roll
go-
is not wrong in the way of anyone who goes 50-50, eventually you want more. It's kind of how it
Yeah.
works when it comes to corporates.
It's true, but this is more of a family-owned business. I mean, sure, there's some cutthroat families out there every now and then. I would know dealing with the huts and everything, but I don't know. Twi'leks tend to have a very strong familial bond.
Not when it comes to the underworld and black markets, when it's so lucrative that you want to get ahead.
Well,
The
he's not
huts being an
necessarily
example.
entirely. He's not necessarily or they are not necessarily entirely black market. They do deal in public or in civilian models and whatnot. So I mean, I think we might. Well, actually, let's get a check from Chav to see
Yeah,
how
it's like
Yeah.
I love how he's like trying to justify this and going, well, oh, hang on.
he's got a fairly good understanding with his background in
Yeah.
smuggling of how the underworld works. So we're gonna get this is gonna be an average check. He's gonna have a boost die because of his ties to the huts. Oh, okay.
Can
He doesn't
I
necessarily.
Yeah, can
make a
can
check
Dar
as
have a go?
well?
Because he's also
Can I based on what he's saying, can I try to piece two and two together with my
Yes,
knowledge
go
of
ahead.
the underworld?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Same difficulty that Chav rolled.
Not the greatest skill, but at least. Yeah, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
I know.
I mean-
Wow, Dar, your dice are not.
I know
friendly to you
between
today.
fall, I'm just. Ugh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Rom is a shady character in itself, but I just don't see where. Sure, he might be inclined to use the survivors as leverage, but
Here's the thing. One
I don't
might
wanna bank
go
on that.
legit. We could theorize as much as we want in here, but right now we're stuck in a cell.
what I'm thinking is we need to appeal to IT, use the goodwill that we've accumulated so far, minus the little prank that our friend here, Doc Ellen, pulled out, and try to appeal to them in that aspect. I just we need to utilize the fact that we're here to help them and get them off this planet. Maybe find some refuge.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. They don't want to leave the planet.
Well,
Someone doesn't want to leave the planet, and that someone just happens to be the leader of the group.
Well, yeah, it's because he's terrified of the Empire, and you started spreading rumors that people should join the Empire, and that didn't really set well with him. I would assume, but
For the record, I never said join the Empire. I just offered a suggestion that they had good retirement benefits.
And how
Chav
would you
starts cracking up.
And how would you possibly know about the retirement benefits of the Empire, Dar?
Research, of course. I've been around the galaxy.
Research.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, I full disclosure, I used to attend the flight academy of the Empire, and they do have some decent retirement benefits, but
Pays crap.
that's neither
Benefits are all right, though.
here nor there. And they rejected me on the basis of I am an alien, yeah. So here I am. So, let's see. We have the fact that we're here to get them off planet and get to safety. That we can use.
We did bring IT with us.
We brought IT with us. Granted, whether or not he's going to trust the word of a droid, as they are susceptible to reprogramming.
Well, considering the captain seemed quite enthusiastic to see that droid when he arrived, and that droid
Yeah.
did speak on our goodwill when me and Roll were having to make peace and play nice.
So, what I suggest we do is work that angle. Work the fact that we're trying to rescue him. That we have a benefactor that is willing to help them. But they gotta trust us. Granted, we don't have the capacity to be able to transport all 50 survivors plus everyone. So,
Do we have a way of communicating with your benefactor to get a transport here to get them out?
Well, not right now,
Communi-
but I'm sure if I busted this lock, we could.
Get to the north of
Going to give everyone a wink. Uh-huh.
well, the fastest way of communication would be to send a message through the HoloNet on the hyperspace lanes. Granted, that does still take time. That's also traceable, mind you, as it's not a secure network. So, that's one way. We could try convincing them to at least come with us in waves. We can't take all of them at first, but we can take piecemeals. But we would have to convince them to part with each other for a small window of time while we get the transport situation arranged for them.
We could also commandeer someone else's ship. Looking at the IR clan, they do have a decent sized ship.
As Chav is speaking, Raw
Mhm.
kind of goes silent as he kind of puts the pieces together as he says waves. And he's in a low voice. I'll stay behind. I'll guard the people here. You take what you can.
Ooh.
Take
Well,
the
if you're-
doctor. Take the captain. Secure a spot for the people.
Well, if
I
you're
will stay
staying,
here.
I'm staying.
The problem is the captain doesn't want to leave. I appreciate the nobility.
Well, trade off. Cap the doctor
the-
for two of us.
If the captain doesn't want to leave, fine. But the doctor has to go. She can't be here any longer.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the Imperial does come, one thing. But the wild is still fierce around here. It's only a matter of time before she succumbs to one of those graves over there. And he kind of gestures to the campsite where the original campsite in that direction.
Yeah.
And besides, two strongest warriors trade off with the doctor, and then secure transports would be a good trade off.
I could, at this point, Minoy speaks up. I could help improve their defenses. They do need quite a bit of work, but I could do something with that.
Is there a HoloNet transmitter somewhere in the camp?
No.
No, definitely not.
Not even close.
All right. How far does my long-range transmitter transmit? Is it just planetary, or can I get to an orbiting ship?
You could. An orbiting ship?
Yeah.
Yes, you can reach out to ships in orbit, but it doesn't travel across the galaxy, as far as I'm aware. Let me double check that. Long range
I'm at it.
communicator. Let's see. That's going to be equipment lists, gear, and general. Let's see. But you guys are coming up with a solid plan so far. We're looking good. Comlink long range.
influence on planets reaching up to low orbit.
Yeah. Can reach across a planet and to ships in high orbit or even elsewhere. You can reach to other planets in the same star system.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Is our give me for forgetting? Do we have a ship in orbit?
You have Grizard's.
The Grizard's Fang?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right,
That
yeah.
would have the that would have the security detail on it.
Just saying, if we need to get them, find a nice time to sneak out and get some communications out if things go south. I'm confident in my ability to do that.
Well, the North Wind is landed close by, so if we really needed to get a quick getaway, the North Wind's our best bet anyway.
You know, yes. We could also do that too. Why the heck am I? Why are we standing trial? Could we just burst out of here?
Well,
Well,
at this point that Archie stands up and just slowly starts making his way to Dawn until he gets backed into a corner. Because
all right.
you got us
I
into
get
this
it.
mess, we're getting
I
out
get
of
it.
this mess the right way. And if you want to break out, I will break your kneecaps.
Oh my god.
and also, while we have found the survivors, our main sole mission for being here has not been achieved yet.
Yes.
So if we do leave now,
We lose out on a payment, and I'm not necessarily keen on losing payment,
Yeah,
especially with how much time we've invested.
at this point
Alright.
in time, Rawls kind of just like as we're talking about like reason we're being here, he kind of looks around the cage. Are there any listening devices?
Give me a luck roll.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Just
I'm not
like
leaving
the
anything to
fact-
chance. Okay,
No, that is completely fair. That is totally fair.
fuck me.
Oh, fucking crime.
Yeah. There's a camera. Somebody can perform a computer's check. Yeah, computer's check to determine whether or not this camera is capable of audio visual.
Manoy?
Minoy would probably be the best, but I mean, I could also do the same.
I got average,
This will be-
so it's not exactly
yeah.
great.
It's an average difficulty. Up to you guys. Whoever wants to roll.
How many
Nice.
ranks in computers does Minoy have?
I got two.
She's got 2.
2.
I got 3. I'll roll.
Alright.
Yeah, so I think Roll, you'd be probably the better bet. on this
Makes
one.
sense since you're the one that spotted it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buck. 4 advantages though.
With the 2 threats, that brings it down to 2.
Well, okay. Nah, say
You
the
have
triumphs.
you have
We'll need
2
them.
triumphs. Oh, okay.
Say
I was
the
about to say.
triumphs. We will need them
Yep.
for the trial.
Um,
However, we do have a light token. Boost die?
At present, I feel like we should bank that as well for your sense ability, because you might be able to. Well, your influence ability. Being
He doesn't
able to
need it.
Might be able to.
he doesn't
No.
need
Doesn't he?
force. He doesn't need
Oh.
luck tokens for it. Oh, actually,
I have to use 2 in order to utilize some of them. Some of the
Yeah.
abilities.
no. It's a force token, not a destiny
on.
token.
Hang on.
So you have to roll
Uh,
force die to activate your abilities.
Oh, okay. All right.
And based
I
off
would
of the
say for
rolls,
now-
you
On
have that
whether
many
or not I
force
do.
tokens.
Right.
I would say we
yeah.
just hold on to that one because there's 3 dark side tokens up there, which will go
We have
very
4.
badly.
For some reason, your guys' aren't updated, but it's 6 tokens on the board, and you have 4 dark side, 2 light side.
Let me
Yeah, so I'd say we hold on
refresh.
to the 2 that we have.
There we go.
Yeah, I just had to refresh the page.
Okay.
Because the thing is, we're talking about how we can persuade these people. We're not lying when we say we brought the IT unit. We're actually here to help. So if it's got recording audio,
Right. Well, okay.
If it comes down to it,
We didn't
just tell
say
them the truth.
anything. We didn't say anything incriminating, and plus, we did say before that we were there for the cybernetics. They can infer from that, and right now that's
Yeah.
in possession of Dr. Kratala. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
If nothing
that,
else,
And
I'd
also,
say
we've said also, Roll
Well-
and Archie have said out loud that they're willing to stay here if it means getting people in piecemeal out.
I actually have a copy of the cybernetic stuff. So we technically did achieve that part, but yeah. Anyway.
That was part of the part of the plan with Rom. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was also to get survivors as well. That was part 2, and that's the more
Alright.
complicated part.
Okay. We have some semblance of a plan.
Mm.
The tension is high in this moment, as you guys did spot a camera. You're not sure whether or not they've been listening in, but you know that they are watching you. Now it comes down to the matter of executing this plan and what these series of roles are going to produce that are coming. As far as what that will entail is to be diced as we go into our break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Everybody take a moment to refresh your drinks, come back, and let's see how the second half of this journey into Cholgana plays out. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Hello and welcome back to another episode to our wonderful episode of Star Wars: Edge of the Empire. I'm your host, Addy Tarzan. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, as we are engaged in some interesting shit, if I may say so myself. The party was apprehended by the survivors as rumors started to go churn about the survivor encampment, the retreat, that there's somebody suggesting that they join the Empire, or alluding to joining the Empire, alluding. During this time, they convened with themselves to figure out what their game plan is. Before we get back into that adventure, into our adventure, let's do a quick little recap, or not recap, but slate for the week. Again, no dimensional dial for the time being. It is still on an indefinite hold. But Thursday, you can catch us live for Tales of Varden, GM or DM'd by Chris Kinley, or Chris Claybeard, as most of you will know him by. Wonderful individual, phenomenal storyteller, great at just sound effects, period, and voices. Dude's a fucking phenomenal storyteller. Tune into that Thursday, and then back again next week, Tuesday, for another episode of Star Wars to see how this third leg of our journey goes with the rescue of the survivors of Sa Nalor. Lots going on. You don't want to miss it. Other than that, you can catch Chris Claybeard Studios if you want to have personalized pottery made. He's a phenomenal pottist, and if you would like to have your own Star Wars adventure GM'd by me, you can find me at startplaying.games/GM/Daddy, or not Daddy Tarzan. It's Tarzan8255, I believe. But you can, if you would like your own adventure, I have 3 modules up so far: the Jewel of Yavin, the Beyond the Rim, and the Ghosts of Dathomir. Granted, all these adventure modules will be showcased here in this live stream, as they all pertain to several members of this group. Upcoming, whenever they choose to take that hook, Ghost of Dathomir will pertain a lot to Rawl's backstory, as well as Oho. So, that being said, you can too endeavor in your own adventure on these adventure modules. You can find me on startplaying.games through that. Other than that, that's all the announcements I have for the week. Let's get back right at it. At this time, we have convened amongst the group what our game plan is to try and convince the survivors that we are not, in fact, Imperial spies, that one of us was just playing a practical joke, one that they didn't find too funny. And we are apologetic in that aspect, but we have provided a service to this encampment, and we are here to, in fact, get you off planet and get you to safety. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. That being said, we're going to do 3 checks.
I don't know if it will put it in play for any reason, but Raw, during these 2 days while they're waiting for the trial, Raw will be meditating on the Force.
Okay.
Like in his connection with his brother.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a force roll. That's gonna you can use up to how many force die you have per rank of force.
So I have 2 ranks right now. So that's 3.
2 force die.
Oh, it's just 1 for 1? Okay.
Yep.
Very well. 2 light side, 1 dark.
You reach out through the force in this moment of contemplation. What is your intention with this? What are you hoping to gain?
One
Guidance?
sense of not necessarily guidance. I think it's pretty cut and dry here, but
Okay.
sense of peace, and I guess a sense of peace would come with the knowledge that his brother is still alive, still breathing.
Okay. So you begin your meditation, and you extend your perception beyond your physical self, beyond the immediate surroundings. You push further beyond the continent. You push further beyond the planet. And you continue to keep pushing, extending your reach. At first, it's not easy. There's a cloud of darkness that you have to pierce. But you are persistent. The Achani are not, and the Thursians are not the type to give up easily. They're persistent people. Beads of sweat begin to form on your brow as you continue to fight through this darkness that permeates around you, and you extend your reach even further, spanning galaxies. There's a slight familiar touch, a sensation of familial bond that you finally find connection to. You can't pinpoint it exactly, but you can feel him. You feel Oho. And you get a sense of his immediate emotion. Purpose. Purpose. One that you guys seem to have lacked for a few years, but this purpose was found found by Oho. Yet it wasn't shared with you.
I would say, upon getting that gut feeling, at first, outwardly, you would see Rawl kind of smile to himself, and inwardly, like there's a subtle warmth that starts in his chest. It kind of spreads out as he kind of just takes it in. It's like, man, that's awesome. And then the realization dawns. But it's not with me. He didn't tell me. He didn't reach out. He didn't. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. And it kind of just spirals in his head for a bit. And he comes out of it, and there is a sense of peace that knowing his brother is alive, but now he's still pissed off.
Yeah.
It kind of just very sharp tone with everyone kind of thing.
Yeah. You get the answers you seek for the time being. Granted, it's a bittersweet emotion. For the time being, we have a trial to commence, and we have to state our case and convince these people that we are here to help, not to harm or betray. This first social encounter is going to be a hard difficulty with a setback get provided by the rumors that were spread by Dark Helen. It is up to you guys who is going to perform this first social encounter. You can choose persuasion, or you can choose charm, deception, or coercion. No, not coercion. Negotiation.
Depends. Has the doctor stopped by?
This is still the first. This is just no, because this is still the day you guys were apprehended. Dr. Gratal is probably you'll probably get a sense that she's probably being kept away from you guys.
Well,
Then I'd say Chav takes this role.
are you sure? I mean, I can lie my way out of this.
We're not trying to lie. and honestly, it's probably better if Chav does this first role because it states our intent with coming here in the first place. With the whole mission thing. So,
so you want Chav to be forthright with the mission? Okay.
Yeah. As far as the cybernetics, the vault bit, we'll probably have to keep that one under wraps. There's no justifiable way other than we're treasure hunters at that point.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody in opposition of this this choice?
No.
None of you are social characters. Holy shit! I'm looking
No.
at all your guys' stats.
Yeah. 0. That's why I'm saying Chav is
Yeah.
the best bet.
Yeah, like quite
I
literally,
can-
I'm surprised that me and Roll managed to get through a social encounter when neither of us were social.
That's the
I
beauty
can
of
in-
this.
I can
System.
intimidate
Yeah.
the fuck out of people.
I can charm, and I
Yeah.
can
Dar,
lie.
Dar, you got.
You got
So
us
the-
into this mess.
But if you guys want Chav to back us up on the truth, maybe it's
Well,
best if I
okay.
didn't just
So
deceive
you have
my way out of this one.
yeah, you have the charm bit, but who are you charming? The captain? He's your enemy number 1 right now. Trying to charm him.
Well, assuming the captain is a good leader, I would attempt to charm the masses
Okay. So you're
Assuming
gonna,
and en masse.
this
Okay.
captain's had a dictatorship since landing here 20 years ago. That's 20 years.
Then my suggestions about rebellion against the captain won't be too far founded.
Fair. Fair. Especially if he has tried to coerce whatever women are in the camp in certain ways. So,
Do
I
we
mean,
know
yeah.
that?
20 years. What do you think?
Well,
I mean, there are kids around.
hmm
very few. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the question is, who are you going to appeal to?
I
And
am
how-
fine if you guys want Chav to go in first to set the record straight. And
I
then
would-
we can work away from there.
Yeah, I would say that first.
Chav first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Okay.
Oh,
This is
man,
good.
this is stressful.
Oh yes.
You guys do have triumphs in the bag. Just remember that.
Yeah, we do.
What was it 3, I believe? He has to be
we
0
used- We used
failures.
one, so we got 2 left.
2 left. Okay.
Yeah.
0 failures, 3 threats to beat. Granted, the threats they aren't necessarily playing a factor in social encounters, but that could determine the emotional state of people. We're going to do this targeted to who do you want Chav to target? The captain or the people?
People.
The people.
Yeah.
The people.
Okay.
Fuck the captain.
Repeat-
He's not
repeat-
gonna budge.
No, the captain from, I don't know if Dar has mentioned to us like what he found out about other people who came to try and help and they just disappeared and had a bad end. I don't know if Dar shared that.
No, but I definitely can.
Yeah, I would say if you want to share that with us before Chaz starts making a case, because at least that way we can. Because if that's the case, the captain is like so paranoid that he is now a danger and a detriment to the entire collective that's here.
Put my hand on Chav's shoulders. We're relying on you now. Part of my plan was to go en masse, because Captain is not to be persuaded. He's stuck in his ways, stubborn old man. Honestly, if we had my way, we'd kill him and be done with it. But Archie wouldn't like that. Chav, my friend, appeal to the masses. Tell our story.
I like it.
Yeah, because if the captain is paranoid to the point that he thinks that that everyone around the corner is an imperial spy, then yeah, he's rigid to the point that he is like a Tuscan rod that can't be bent. You need to appeal to the group.
Gaffy stick doesn't bend; it breaks.
Yeah.
And that's what
But
Archie's for.
if you lean towards the doctor, who is the other half of the leadership here, then that might go a longer way.
Well, in my skullduggery I did earlier, I know that people are discontented.
Yeah. So if
And
we lean on that, it might lean in our favor a bit.
All right. Okay. So he gets a boost die because he's going to lay out the plan of rescue that was arranged with Rom and the heads of Isotech. He's going to appeal to the masses, which will give him another boost.
And also, the two strongest fighters are willing to stay behind as a show of trust.
And you're willing to provide some form of leverage against you. I'll give him three boost die.
Because Raul and Archie are of the opinion of if we just hand ourselves over as the two strongest, then yeah, then there's more incentive for them to do the right thing.
Okay. Who would like to roll this check for Chav?
Oh, Raul.
All right, roll. Sent the dice to you.
I will do the honors.
It was immediate like, what the fuck? I thought Chaz had way more.
It's fine.
You sure?
It's fine. It's fine. However, I will. Now it's time.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Should have done this instead.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
We win.
We win by a hair thread.
We win.
Oh.
Plus, we had
Kind of-
tribes. It would have been fine.
You don't make a very convincing argument.
No, but he managed.
But he
But
made
I
a
think
point.
you did okay. I think you did okay. I think you did okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh,
The guys-
I could've gone
The party is
Oh.
brought to the headquarters of the retreat, where the entirety of this village is brought together to hear hear the case of both parties, both the Yayar clan as well as the. Ooh, speaking of which, I need to roll their check. However, they are going to have 2 setback on their check because of.
Can we upgrade something to a challenge because of how we've helped so far and they've only done light work?
That will increase the difficulty for both parties involved.
Ah.
If you-
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Ooh.
Even keel.
Okay. Same.
We have 2 more advantages, though. That's the thing.
Okay. All right. So you guys are brought to headquarters, where you guys are faced with a makeshift trial room of sorts. You are brought center stage, where Chav reluctantly takes the lead. Chav facing, firstly, Captain Rel Harsal, who stands at a podium high above the room, seemingly with a very stoic expression, almost stonewalling expression, as if he's already made up his mind about the group of the entirety of the group. Seeing that, he turns to the survivors. I can already tell we have our work cut out for us, as we are strangers to your lovely family here, and you've had and I understand you've had to be on a heightened sense of awareness ever since you got here due to your past with the Empire. I would like to extend my most formal apologies on behalf of my crew here, extending that to also Grisard Gandy's Safari Services, as they are within our employ. This individual, Darkellen, he's a bit of a prankster from my understanding, with talking to the head of Grisard Gandy Safari Services, Mr. Gandy himself. He's known to dabble in pranks, and we apologize on that front. It was never our intention to cause you any distress. From our understanding, we have an arrangement with the president of Isotech Company, a cybernetic augmentation company that provides aid to those in need or those who would like to enhance their livelihood. We were sent here by the president, Rom, to rescue you. He is aware that there are members of you that are skilled in the art of cybernetics, and he would like to arrange quarter for you, as he's well aware of your fugitive state with the Empire. It would be in his best interest to keep you protected and sheltered away from the Empire, as my understanding is some of you have been forcibly employed by the Emperor at one point in time, and you would not like to return to that. That being said, we can't take all of you at the same time. That's just our ship is just not equipped to handle the capacity of which you have fortunately found yourselves with. But what I have to offer is an arrangement of sorts. I can take a small troop of you back with me to the wheel. Nope, scratch that, to Raxus Prime, where you'll get where you'll be situated with Rom, who will be able to set you up with accommodations and protection. From there, we can arrange a large troop transport of sorts, or commercial transport, to get the rest of you off this God's forsaken planet, or Force forsaken planet. I understand this is a very tough decision to make, as you'll be forced to be separated from your group, but what I can do is leave you with a contingency of my people as a form of leverage for you, that we will as a promise that we will return and facilitate your guys' rescue. Now, I would normally be directing this towards you, Captain, but it's fairly obvious that he's already made up his mind. And as someone who's very keen on surviving, I would rather trust in the word of... I would rather extend my hope to the lot of you. Hope is the key. You've held on to hope for the past 20 years, and we're here to fulfill that hope. I'm sorry for the distress we caused, but we are here to answer your hope, and I hope your faith won't be misplaced with us. Thank you for your time. The floor is yours, Yaya. You guys say anything else before Yaya steps forth? God damn it, I'm role-playing with myself. This is weird.
Happens to the best of the game masters.
I mean, Raw will look pointedly at the doctor as he kind of, not so that the whole room can hear, but so that she could specifically hear. You throw yourselves on your mercy.
Throw might be a harsh word there, buddy, but
as soon as I hear that, it's like elbows right into Tall's ribs.
I think you broke something.
You guys are fucking awesome.
It's just like Archie is not dealing with Dar's like sarcasm, comments. He's just like, you got us in this mess. We're trying to get out of it, and you can deal with the crack rib.
Dr. Krutala gives you a reassuring nod, as there is a level of apprehension in the thought of finally leaving this place that she's known for 20 years, but also the promise of finally being able to work in a modern lab, not having to scavenge material to be able to work on her craft in a pristine environment. So you do see a glimmer of hope in her eyes. However, Harsal, that's 2 triumphs for me.
Kick him in the balls so bad.
It hurts the market. It hurts the market.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need you to hang on. I'm gonna need you to refresh and roll that difficulty again.
What do you mean refresh?
Because that's literally the exact same roll you rolled the last time.
No, it's not. The last roll was 3 difficulty, which was a hard difficulty. And
yeah,
that
but
was
the one previously that we did was...
There's no re-rolls of difficulty, you silly gooses. Otherwise, I would have re-rolled some of the difficulties that you guys succeeded on several times. You guys crazy. You guys crazy. Yeah, no. Harsal, granted, Harsal's a hard ass anyways. Like, what do you expect? This dude is set in his fucking ways. And your best bet is to appeal. It's very obvious. Your best bet is to appeal to the masses, because the word of one can be easily outweighed by the word of many.
Sure. And if it's 1v50, it's kind of very obvious which way the pendulum's going to swing.
Right.
So we're saying we need to gaslight him.
You love causing some fucking chaos, and I love it.
To be fair, when it comes to a paranoid individual who holds like all the cards out of fear, it is better to appease to the ones who actually hold the actual power, not the one holding the blaster.
Well,
That
I
being
can be holding the
said-
blaster if you really want me to. Still hidden somewhere here.
That being
If it
said,
comes
Yayar
to
steps
that.
forth.
Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, I am Captain Yav Yayar of the Yayar Salvage Company.
Fuck hey, voice.
I would like to make it a known point that these people are pirates, and they're here to raid your ship for all the salvage possible and leave you here high and dry with your tails between your legs. And I wouldn't trust a fucking word that they say. However, we're here of our own good will, and we'll happily take you back home, to wherever that is, and reunite you with your people in civilization. That's my piece. Have a good day.
Can I say something at this point? Just to stand up. I just kind of like stand and look at Yaya. It's weird how you say their people when their people have been hunted by the Imperials and they might be the only contingency of the Separatists left. And what civilization is there that isn't controlled at all? What we're offering is a surefire way for them to hide under the radar. And to actually be here. On top of that, and I point at the droid, we brought him. You didn't.
I will be rolling 2 additional setback as you made 2 very strong points.
It's just like, I will undermine you at every point.
I mean, can I get up there and say we had no intention of raiding the vault?
No,
No, we don't have to say that.
No, you may not.
We definitely had intention.
Oh, no. But if I say we didn't have intention.
No, no.
I mean, to be fair, I would assume Grisard and company are not aware of the
They are not.
fact.
No, we are not. And I go, additionally, we showed up with... We got employed by them to help us find you. They showed up and made a claim to your ship that is really yours for the past 20 years. You want to tell... Do you want to put 2 and 2 together here and say which one of us is pirates and which one of us are the humanitarians?
All right.
And at that point, Archie does sit down.
So, okay. So, as your guys' arguments are concluded, you get a very even split amongst feeling amongst the masses for this first day. However, there's a bit more tension in regards to the Rhodians, as they, despite their successful roll, they still had 2 threats generated, whereas your guys' roll was...
We did alright, to be fair.
You guys succeeded with 1 advantage still. So yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's more 60-40. 60-40 split.
Hey, for a first day, I'll take that.
That will conclude the first day, or technically the second day, as we move into day 29 in the campaign. We're going to now speed run these series of social checks because I want to progress the story forward and not remain too far or too hung up on this encounter. What will your guys' target be for this next social encounter? The captain, the masses, the doctor.
Since we have a 60-40 split lean towards us, I genuinely feel the Doctor would be that tipping point.
Hang on. There were ships inside the Sun Hollow War.
Mhm.
Ships that could potentially travel to other galaxies. Yes.
Well,
Not
they all crashed.
anymore?
They all,
Not
they all-
anymore. That's not the point. Okay. So my theory is, or my idea would be to lean on the captain, but instead of convincing, more of intimidating and questioning the prosecution. Why, after 20 years, did they not go into the Sun Hollow Ore to try and obtain said ships and possibly fly them to safety?
Well, if they weren't being hunted by the Empire and they thought they were safe enough, what's the need?
But it's a hostile planet, and they're barely scraping by.
And plus, a lot of them, and plus with a cybernist, a bunch of security detail and engineers, mechanics, crewmates who could
So
pilot
to
those
get
ships.
up there and claim that the captain is actually leading you to your deaths.
I wouldn't say leading to the deaths, but misguided, and in trying to maintain his kingdom that he has so surreptitiously found himself in.
I like it.
That could
Okay,
work.
so the
That could
second
very easily work.
social encounter is going to be debasing the captain, essentially.
For lack of a better way to put it, yeah.
Tearing down his platform. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a hard difficulty. I will give you a boost, however.
Rawls all over this, and he is going to use his ranks in intimidating.
Ooh.
Gonna suffer some strain, baby.
You guys want me to re-roll that difficulty since it was the same thing again?
No, I think we're good.
I
I think we're good.
Yeah, I
I mean,
I think we're all right.
I've literally rolled 3 threats.
Each time, I'm
Three
actually
times.
flabbergasted by this.
3 threats
Yeah.
3 times. That's
All right.
impressive. No, I'm going to leave this decision up to you, Rawl. What are you using to... This is more... I would say this is probably going to be more of a coercion or...
Yeah.
yeah.
this
So
is a-
I'm gonna use coercion because I'm using intimidating. My ranks in intimidating. I have 2 of them, so I'm gonna suffer 2
Mhm.
strain, and decrease the check by 2.
Oh.
Yeah,
You mean it
Dang.
lowers the difficulty from hard to easy? Is that what you're telling me?
correct.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay, so I am re-rolling this. Okay.
Yes.
Or no, we'll just go with the first
I mean,
difficulty, which is 2 threats.
yeah,
And
that's
just
fine.
minus the other 2.
That's fine.
All right.
That's a badass feature.
And then coercion. Wait, I'm stupid. It would look more awesome if he had rolled higher, but it's fine. Coercion. There you go.
And you got a boost die as well?
Yeah, I'll give you a
One-
boost die with that, with the knowledge that there was functional ships at one point in time,
Mm.
because that would be a very compelling point. Like, we had access to ships that possibly could have gotten us off planet, and
Not to mention,
never-
Minoy easily found a way into that section of the ship to actually raise it up as well.
Yes.
yeah,
A young Twi'lek managed to do that.
Yeah.
That's tiny as fuck.
So
That's all we needed.
Yeah. Still, we're hanging by a thread here. we are literally dipping on the line.
That's all we needed.
I know, but yeah, I'll take it too. But still,
So the first check that you guys did was successful enough to remove the one setback that you had generated originally. You guys were on level footing. With this more pointed argument directed at the captain, Raul, do you have an idea of how you would make this this claim that you would like to make public, or you just want to stick with the generalized?
you have schematics.
Generalize is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think I want to reveal that I have schematics.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
No, that's probably best.
Yeah.
Just because, especially if it does highlight the vault, I'd rather to keep that under wraps.
That is fair.
Until the last bit. I
Mhm.
mean, if I have to reveal it, then I will. But yeah.
I was more so asking if you would like to role play this scene out, or if you want to just leave it generalized.
Oh, for brevity, just leave it generalized.
Okay.
You won't say much different than I would.
Right. Yeah, you make this pointed claim that the survivors had access to ships that could very well possibly get them off planet. Granted, flying around in droid or separatist ships in open space is a bit of a sure, it is a bit of a concern and will draw attention, but they could have found themselves on ditched the ship on a populated planet to where they could disappear into civilized space, or at least in the outer rim, as opposed to being stuck on this planet.
People retrofitted Clone Wars ships all the time during this era, so
Right.
They could have sold it for a profit.
yeah.
You make this claim, and you begin to hear whispers behind you as you lean into the captain.
Like,
see.
I will say this: as far as roleplay goes, as he is speaking, he is taking steps as far as whatever droids are there will allow. But like, he is death staring at the captain as he is shackled, and for all intents and purposes, he is very. He looks like he is willing to go down swinging if the need arises, but he is going like the daggers he is portraying to the captain.
Yeah.
I will. You're going down with me, kind of thing.
Surprisingly enough, with this claim brought to light, or this information brought to light, Harsal remains unfazed, and but you do hear the whispers behind you as they as the survivors begin to talk amongst themselves. We had a means to be able to get out of here this whole time. Has he been holding out any other information from us?
Which means
Yes, he has.
that might start playing into what Dar has started out in how the captain didn't want anyone to leave, so eventually the wheels have started to turn.
It's coming full circle now.
This is how it should have been done.
So in a roundabout way, it did work out.
Yeah, you begin to get a sense that
We just needed more information.
that I will say at this point, it's about, well, we're about to find out how well the Yair clan does, but they have
Quite a few setbacks. Quite a few setbacks.
2 setback this time, because last one was a what was it? Oh, they had 2 already, so they had the 3rd setback.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I basically just threw them under the fucking bus.
Oh wait, no, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave them 2 setback with that, so that's
Yeah, so they
they
got
have
4. They got 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I threw those Rhodians and the Trandosians they are with under the fucking bus.
Granted, the
like-
difficulty isn't too hard to beat, but
But the setbacks are rough.
yeah,
Mhm.
they still
Hmm.
succeed.
Gosh, shit.
Wow, that's impressive.
Fuck.
Hey, the Rhodians are tenacious. There's a reason
No, they
why,
are, I
even
get
though
that.
they're small as they are,
They take
diminutive
this they take this opportunity to argue in favor of the captain, making the claim that the captain was only looking out for the best interests of the people, flying around and make the point, flying around in a separatist ship would only draw attention from the Empire, and he made the right call. You should trust him.
They beat us on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a close call, but yeah, they got. I would say it went from 80-20 to 70-30. Still in your guys' favor, but they're starting to gain on you. This will remove 2 setback from their next social check.
Who seems like in the group between the captain, the doctor, and the general survivors? Who seems to be needing persuading most? Seems like we've run the crowd over. Where did the captain and the
I think
doctor stand?
the doctor would be on our side. There's no real demerit coming from us, especially because she's been with us the entire time. She
Mhm.
went through the ship with us, so she has more of a intimate experience with us as opposed to the rest of the survivors and the captain. So really, just the captain would need convincing or breaking.
I am
Either way.
debating if this next set of social encounters should be directed towards the captain specifically.
Yeah,
I will say the captain has proven to be the hardest person to convince.
Yes. So if we can come up with a convincing lie,
Well, we would.
I can
have to
sell
have
it.
Several boosts die to that, but
I can sell it. I'm confident I can sell that.
a lie.
Yeah.
Now we got to figure out what we're going to.
The
Convince them with
captain
the liar.
has the captain
mean-
is a well, what we know about him is that he's paranoid. 2, he's a military individual. I mean, he was a separatist.
Yeah.
3, we could try and convince them that they're basically using the populace as a human shield for him.
I'm gonna ask one more time. Did the doctor ever come visit after the first trial day?
Give me a luck roll.
Ooh, this could go one or two ways. Come on, for the once, but just be
Literally.
Finally,
Okay.
comes in clutch.
My main question to her would be, how did the captain treat the people?
She might be able to get a single word in.
Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
She tried. The second night. You guys were waiting in your holding cell, makeshift holding cell in the cages. You hear a rustling at one of the windows as you spot Kratala trying to sneak in and speak with you. But in the efforts of trying to break in, she is spotted and soon apprehended. So she was unable to
Bugger.
to speak with you guys the night prior.
okay. Well, were there guards posted to watch us?
Yes, there's guards at the cages.
not gonna role play it, but can I try to do a charm check, see if I can get one of them to tell me how they were treated by the captain?
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a. What would that be? That would be either charm check.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be. You've done well so far to try and convince them to your guys' side. So I'm gonna make this a average difficulty to get them to talk to you. Damn, I'm just not rolling hard at all today, apparently.
No, but we're also rolling shit. So
We're all rolling shit.
No, we've all been rolling pretty fucking hey. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the first
Um,
0 I rolled today, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Boost die? Or for the light side?
Yeah, I'll give you a boost die. That's fair.
Oh, yeah. Well, do we want to use it, team?
You don't. No, you don't need a light side token. You just boost die.
Oh, just boost
Yeah,
die? Okay.
because
Yeah.
we've sold them into our favor. It's just trying to get them. Okay,
Okay.
so
That's four.
Yeah, okay.
That's 4 advantages. We still have 2 triumphs though.
Yeah, I would say save them for this final roll. If we
Okay.
save them for the final roll, gives us the best chance.
Sure.
I'll give you with those advantages because you do have after the difficulty is calculated 2 advantages still.
Hmm.
I'll give you. Where's the survivors information? We're about to wrap this up, and it's gonna be fucking sweet. All right, you guys get too far. Yeah, you guys get. He's Whispers of Camp. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's a group of us who wanted to desperately get off this jungle planet. We'd rather take our chances than slowly waste away under Hasal's dictatorship.
Okay. So
You have some of us with you. We believe you.
Here's a thought.
mm,
What if we persuaded or deceived Captain that he's over paranoid? The Empire is not looking for, or maybe not as strongly looking for him. They have other regards, such as this newfound rebellion, to convince him that the threat of leaving is not so bad as he thinks it is. Maybe dissuade him to lighten
That's
up a
an interesting lie, even though it's kind of sort of true.
it's a white lie. It's
Empire
just
is looking
Journey-
for him, but if we soften that blow a bit,
Yeah.
if we make him think that what does the Empire need with some outdated separatist?
I mean,
We know the truth. He doesn't.
True.
yeah, true.
Very
That's
compelling argument.
he's cut off from information. He has no other way but people who just landed to tell him about the outside world. So
And yeah, with the growing rebellion that's out there at the moment, that's getting more and more, the Imperials, the ISB, and anyone else would be fully on their attention of them, because they're making that much of a problem.
Here's also another factor. There's 2 separate groups that have managed to find Cholgana, to include the Sa Nalaor. It's only a matter of time before
Hmm.
Imperials come sniffing around as well.
I
So the
put-
longer
I
they
actually
remain, more at risk
Yeah.
they are.
I
I'm-
put that as a first thing that we said, like when we got brought in, when we had to plead our cases and try and prove ourselves, is that not if but when, because we found them with help and the IR clan followed us. It's only a matter of time, give a year at most, before the Empire shows up.
I'm all for it. And if Dara wants to lead the charge, by all means.
Yeah. I'm
I
all
like
for it as
this.
well. And if you want to, because this is the one. If you want to bump the 2 triumphs in this,
Yep.
yep. If you want to do that,
Yep. I
go
mean,
for it.
yeah, definitely. There's no
Yeah,
other reason to hold on to him. So
Yeah, this is like you
Sure.
get 2 automatic triumphs in this. So whatever you're gonna roll,
That's
you roll.
two automatic successes right now.
Yeah.
You have this is targeted directly at the captain, correct?
Correct.
correct.
This is going to be a hard difficulty, right? I will
But
give you
would everything
a
that we
boost?
brought up at would everything that we brought up at this point bring another boosting? Because we have leaned the crowd in our way, and the captain would probably be aware that it's him versus a crowd.
I'm going to give you a boost for winning over the crowd. At least the majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a boost because you have IT backing up your claim that you are here
Yep.
to rescue them.
Okay.
So
You'll also have a third boost because of the fact that two organizations have managed to find you. It's only a matter of time before the third comes sniffing around.
Yes, but if we're going to convince the captain that third is not as prominent as he thinks it is.
So, here's the difficulty.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. I was gunning for deception. Yes, no, or charm.
Which one's
it's
higher?
it's either or.
I'm gunning for deception. If Tarzan thinks that's appropriate.
I think so too, because we're trying to mislead.
Yeah.
So
All right, 3 boost die. You
Go
said.
for it.
Yeah, 3 boost
Yeah.
die, and with the 2 triumphs, you do get 2 automatic successes regardless. So,
oh no, hold on to those triumphs.
Yeah.
Hold on to those for the getaway.
Holy
Uh,
shit!
Yeah.
I'm going to add here for a quick
Full
sec.
speed.
With convincing demeanor, I can remove setback dice per rank of convincing demeanor.
Mhm.
So I can remove 3 setback dice.
Well, you weren't
Against
being
my
faced with any
deception.
setbacks, so you're
Yeah.
fine.
But
Fuck.
Yeah, you did good. You did really fucking good.
Dang, dude.
Wow.
I told you I could sell it.
No,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why I doubt it.
How many ranks of
'Cause that's
how many ranks of convincing demeanor do you have?
3.
So 3 set back to the Rhodians.
I don't know why it's still question marks because Rel is revealed to you guys.
Hang on.
Oh wait, no, that's why. Okay, Rel did the discipline check. That was to determine had he succeeded.
He would have seen the full fat lie.
No, that cool is to determine whether or not somebody's lying.
Right.
Discipline is whether or not he remains beholden to his ideals.
You put a crack in his
Um,
fucking armor.
You see a flash of realization in his eyes.
My uncanny good looks. What can I say?
The long flowing.
That
lines.
the pieces are starting to form a picture. That if 2 people were able to find him in just such a short time, how long before the Empire comes sniffing? That now the place that he has called refuge for 20 years is no longer safe. Now it falls on him to decide who to trust. Is it Core Atlas and Grisar Gandhi? GGSS, just for short,
Mhm.
or the Yayar clan? That being said, we're getting one more deception check from Grisard, or not Grisard, Yayar.
with everything that's stacked against him, how many setbacks is he? Because we've done quite a chunk here.
He succeeded his last check, so he's down
Yeah.
to 3
Hmm.
setback.
But I think it's quite a
It's
high
still-
difficulty right now.
With the points that were made,
Yep.
he has a lot to contend with.
Hmm.
This will be a daunting challenge, or a daunting difficulty, with 3 setback.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
The slime ball
With
has his comeuppance.
with the amount of information provided, Yayar, it would seem fruitless if he were to repeat the same shit that you guys just presented, and it would just be an echo. And you for the first time see him lost for words. He doesn't know how to win the crowd over with the information that you presented, and he's fucking kicking himself because he should have revealed that himself first.
Mhm.
Sucks to suck.
Mhm.
It does. I'm not good at everything, but I'm good at the
Well-
occasional thing.
Captain Rel Harsal, with the sudden realization of the information presented, yeah, you're asking me to put a lot of trust in you. With your little
Yeah.
stunt trying to convince my people to turn over to the Empire, I have half a mind to act on those instincts that I have. And take your ship for myself and get my people out of here. But I wouldn't know the first place to go that will provide my people safety. If you can assure me that once we get out of here, you can provide my people safety, then I'm inclined to take your offer.
I look over at Chaz and roll.
Should
Rawl
the
stares.
Empire come to your planet and find nothing here, they would deem it a fruitless search and turn their attention to other things, such as the growing rebellion. They wouldn't put any more time or effort into searching out some remnants of the separatist. The fact is, we could take you just about anywhere out of reach of the Empire and the Outer Rim. They have other concerns, especially now, that would outweigh finding your colony.
Rawl stares at the captain and the doctor in turn. I will ensure your safety personally. Every step of the way, from getting off of this planet to getting you to your new life, I will do it.
Sorry.
And,
And
and
not
we of the Safari crew are employed by them, so we will do our best to ensure your safety as well.
even going so far as destroying what is left of the Sun to cover your trail.
Very well. Survivors of the Saw Nalor, it's time to pack up. Gather your things. Travel light. Prepare to leave Chilgana once and for all. As he says that, he motions to the droids to remove the shackles from the crew of Core Atlas, and actually they unchain everybody,
Including the IR clan?
including the IR clan.
I mean, where are they gonna go? What are they gonna do?
They, the droids remove the shackles, return your belongings to you. And a sudden buzz begins to erupt from the survivors as they move with intent and purpose and hope. You guys begin to make your way outside of the headquarters in preparation to take those you are able to Rexus Prime, to bring them to Rom and the president of Isotech. As the crew emerges from headquarters with the survivors running about, it's about nighttime at this point on the third day. And you guys begin to gather your things, ready the swoop bikes to bring those you're able to with you to retrieve the Nothwing Chimera in the moonlight that was piercing through the canopy becomes blotted out. As you look up, a Skywatcher class Imperial ship
Fuck.
arrives overhead, and you see
I
the
better make
silhouettes
myself scarce.
and the silhouette of several scouting droids begin to descend upon the canopy above. And that's where we'll end tonight's match.
Fuck.
I could have bet money.
Yep, so could I. I could have bet an X amount of money before. It's like, okay, cool. Fuck! Like, it's like the immediate, like, oh.
That's
Yep.
where we'll end today's session. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. This is for the money. This is for the money. That being said, tune in next week for the continuation of this adventure. See what how the survivors survive the encounter with the Empire showing up, and how the party will go forth in dealing with this situation. Yeah, there's a lot to experience, but the rest of this adventure is to be diced. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night, guys.